I have. Oh, I thought we were ready. We're in the wrong place. Pretend we're ready.
No!
We're live. Go.
Hi, hello.
You fucked it up.
No. This is exactly where it's supposed to be. This is totally normal. We're just, demonstrating.
You knackered it.
This is the. It's a tradition. This is the traditional what might have been if we weren't ready routine.
Can I switch places too and be somebody else?
What? No.
Oh.
Be proudly you. Hello, chat. Hi. Hello, everyone. This is Water Under the Bridge, as brought to you by Route 66. This is a Pathfinder 2nd Edition game, got to get used to that, in which we play different old-school adventures that aren't necessarily Pathfinder, but they're sure converted to Pathfinder, and set in our homebrew campaign setting of Enderin. Let's get a little more specific, eh, Ava?
Hi, I'm Ava. I play Junko, the ranger, and I may or may not have wings. I'm really not sure if I have the flapbacks, but I also am ASMR.
The flapjacks. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Meth. I play Medora, the human pirate, not bard, sorcerer, who has tentacles sometimes and doesn't have wings.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I play Ithri, the Dwarven fighter, or at least I will if he stays alive for 10 frickin' minutes. Keep.
You might gain wings.
I'm Ashley. I play Cora, the monk. Don't cough at me. Yep. That's all I have to say about that.
That's it? Okay. Well, I guess that's me, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Not used to 4. I'm Ask Larcher. I'm the GM for today's game, and all of our various bad guys and NPCs will be played by me. And then there's also you, chat. You have the eternally cherished role of awarding our players their hero points. If you want to help our party, if they're really having a rough day, if they're trying to fight a demon queen and they're under level 18, they're going to need some hero points. And you can do that by spending your gold pieces, your channel points, to give them those. Or let's say it's the opposite. They're fighting a demon queen, they're at like level 8, and my demon queen is just not cutting it. Like, she's rolling like Ashlow's playing her. And she needs help. You can do that by spending those gold pieces to get us villain points. And by us, I mean me. Villain points are just like hero points, but I spend them for the bad guys. So in those ways, you can be involved.
What's
that it?
music we listen to?
Oh yeah, that music. Yes, thank you. I was like, there's something else. That lovely music and all the other music you'll hear in our game today is brought to you by a combination of hits from Michael Gelby Studios and Tabletop RPG Music. Thank you very much. Now, without any further ado, because that was the one thing I couldn't remember, let's get this thing rolling.
We're back.
Okay.
All right. So, we return with recent memories of quite a long, drawn-out fight. For the past 3-ish months, the Valkyrie have been set upon a conflict with the Temple of Elemental Evil, which was ruled over by a demigod and his demon queen, Fling? It was weird.
It's a long distance relationship at that point.
It was real weird. Not good. Things got bad. You brought a weapon that could maybe cause the whole thing to unravel, and the Demon Queen fought you for it. She almost won. She unfortunately killed one of you. While the others were kind of trying to fight their way to the body so that they could then fight their way to escape, and it just wasn't going great.
Look, he's heavy.
The entire temple was coming down around you after you destroyed the Death Orb. And Medora, that's all removed from your sheet, right? You got rid of all the... Because you don't get to keep the spell effects, I'm afraid, or any of the...
I removed the stuff from the sheet.
Okay, that's all you had to do then. It's all gone.
Edited.
Goodbye. Rest in peace, summon elementals. Rest in peace, summon fiends.
I'm all good with that.
Rest in peace, Wall of Ice. Or at will, read thoughts. The six-armed solar angel who claimed to be Archeal showed up just in the nick of time, though, to heal you and help most of you escape. He even temporarily revived Ithri. For the sake of, getting things done a little more snappy. And where we left off...
Feel judged right now?
The divine being had taken all of you by the hand and plane shifted you into the realm of Celestia, home of angels and gods. Where we pick up, most of you find yourselves in the aforementioned inescapable white marble garden.
Inescapable?
Well, yeah, there's no... I mean, if you can fly, you can leave, but there's no, door out.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But we're going to step away a little bit, because one of you seems to have not gone there. That's not where one of you goes, you see, when you go to Celestia.
So you're a liar?
Not if you fall in battle. Nope, not that one. Not that one!
Oh, grats, bro!
E3. You're probably a little confused. Because one minute you're holding Cora, you're in a mad dash, literally weaving between giant falling rocks, rushing toward the silver glowing light of the six-armed angel. And then you find yourself sort of waking up amid a smell of smoke and roasting meat and the crackling of flames. You kind of blink and realize that you didn't even actually realize your eyes were shut. As you open them, kind of clear some of the smoke away, because the entire area around you is clouded by a dense, savory smokiness. Directly before you, you see an impossibly large boar, skewered on an iron spit, roasting over a fire. And when I say impossibly, I mean you could live in this thing with 2 or 3 families. Looking about you, you see that you're in some kind of a structure. It looks traditional dwarvish, except instead of timber, it's constructed of not bamboo, something it's comparable to bamboo, and it takes you a minute to realize it's literally built from spears. Some of the hafts still have the point at the end, which is sort of roped to the next one in line. Thousands of spears make up the walls of this building that sometimes seems comfortably like close and homey, and at other times as vast as a landscape. Above you, you can see that it is a vaulted ceiling, but not of the aforementioned spears. It's like long, round wooden tiles with different designs on each, and you know them to be a very old, almost unused now style of shield. And looking upon the designs, most are unrecognizable. Some you're like, oh hey, I know that one. That's the Black Iron clan insignia. Hey, that one, I know that one. That's Thunderbeard clan. Heard they all sank at sea. Like, every shield has what you know to be a clan rune or a clan design. You can see that there are others in this hall around you. Mostly dwarves. All of them girded in scale armor, chainmail. You can see that all of them have spears and hammers and axes, and some have shields. There are some magnificent beards in the room. I'm just gonna come out here and say it. The quality of beards here. I mean, you've got like this one dude who's got 2 braids coming out of his beard that come almost down to his feet, while the middle portion still manages to come to about his navel, and is perfectly like well oiled and maintained, and like the logistics of maintaining a beard like that, like that's just ridiculous.
There's some beard envy going on.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah, and like you can see some of these dwarves actually might even be giving you some ideas. Like you see there's one who's got iron balls woven into his beard, and you can see that there's like chain links mixed into the hair. So like he could literally use his beard like a head flail. One of them has like little iron hooks at the bottom of the beard. That looks like it would be excruciating if he were to catch a friend with those and like just give a little tug. Obviously, that particular dwarf has more neck than torso. Something every one of these dwarves has in common. They're all bigger than humans. I mean, these are dwarves. The smallest of them would probably rival some of the Corvanian knights you've met. The biggest of them could probably lift an ogre. You can see that they're all scarred, and many of them have prosthetics or appendages or something, and they're all kind of... Everyone here is looking at you, and you become aware that there are banners along some of the hall's walls, banners depicting 2 ravens. And you become aware of a throne at the end of the hall. A throne that isn't very far from you. You're actually on that side of the hall. Like, you don't have to go around the big boar. You realize that you're kind of standing before this throne. That you hadn't noticed it is more a testament to how overwhelming all the sights and sounds are to take in.
Is it 3 laying down? Still.
No. You actually find when you came to, you find that you were on your feet, but you don't remember getting to your... Like, you just were. Like, you were placed here in this particular... And you find that you have your weapons with you, even the ones that you didn't necessarily have in hand. You find that your armor, well, yeah, you have armor, yeah, has been repaired, mended. In fact, it looks like somebody gave it a little too much spit shine. It looks a little better than it did when you got it. But all of that all these details fall away from you as you feel the one-eyed stare upon you from the man. I don't want to say dwarf. He's more human than dwarf. Seated in the throne. An old, tall man of regal bearing, wearing simple brown robes and a brimmed straw hat. You can see that he's got sort of a long gray beard. And one of his eyes is just an open socket. No eyeball. You can see he has a spear in his hand as he's seated in the throne, and he just kind of lifts it and slams the butt of it onto the floor. And a couple of the dwarves behind you kind of give you a gentle but firm nudge forward.
Yeah, walk up and drop to one knee. Is it like a throne at the bottom of some stairs, or is it just on the floor?
It's on the floor. It's for a throne room. It's actually kind of humble. You've probably met dwarven leaders who have a little more flair, we'll just say. This is more like someone put a chair on the floor for practical means, and then others kind of came up and were like, well, we can't leave it just as a regular chair. Let's spruce up this chair a bit. It looks like it was practical first.
I'll approach to like a couple of spears lengths away and then drop to a knee and wait.
He looks very unreadably down at you, sort of with a slight curt gesture with that hand gestures for you to rise.
Yeah. Rise.
E3 of Clan Darkhammer.
Is that yes? Yes.
I've been hearing much of you of late.
Sorry about that.
Your name being echoed in these halls is normally cause for celebration. And so it was. And yet, I understand of late you have treated with other forces. Forces not welcome within my hall.
I mean, treated is a strong word.
Do you deny your use of... No?
No.
You should know then that you stand beneath my eye for judgment. There are those who would claim you do not belong in Valhalla, and that the honor to face Ragnarok at the appointed hour should not be yours. There are those who claim that you treat with the imp Loki. You may speak for yourself now.
Okay. Loki's been a thorn in my side for a while.
There's some low chuckles around the hall at that. A few people like, yeah, that sounds right.
I must say, I don't consider myself a cunning person, and he outdoes me in that regard. But I've always done what I thought was right, or at least wrong.
Sort of a more handsome, again, more human looking, kind of half and half dwarf human, might be a little bit of both, kind of calls out loudly. He's not very good at speaking for himself. Maybe we could get this man like a representative or something? And there's like some laughter. Hush, Balder!
Wait, hang on. This isn't another of Loki's tricks, is this? Are you Loki? Puck, whatever you want to be called.
Loki's tricks have no place in Valhalla. You are here because you fell in glorious battle. And even as he says this, the figure on the throne sort of gestures behind you, and you can see that there are a trio of armored women in silver armor, and one of them is holding a bridled Pegasus beside her. This sort of waves back.
Yeah, I'm not really good with the whole words thing. I don't know. I mean,
Then let me make it simple for you.
that would help.
Are you a warrior? Or are you a snake?
Definitely not a snake. I try and be a warrior. It's not really for me to decide.
Do you believe you have carried yourself with honor?
Yes.
E3.
I wouldn't change any decision I've made.
Do you belong in the halls of Odin? Or do you belong to Loki?
I can't tell you whether I belong in your halls, but I do not belong to that. To Loki.
He raises his eye and sort of looks out across the different people who are all watching. Then we must decide what is to be done with you. Or are you to remain in Valhalla? You must be absolutely trustworthy. Every man and woman here must be able to fight at your side, with the knowledge that they can depend upon your shield in the face of fire. When the time comes. And at this point, a single raven sort of glides through a window and sets on the back of his chair and sort of just leans into his ear. And he seems to be listening to something. And we're going to cut back over to the others now.
Oh no.
No, I was enjoying this. Let's go back to that.
Yeah, that's pressure.
The rest of you stand beneath the gaze of a very tall, six-armed god. Also,
Yeah,
Back to E3. Let's go.
Cora's unconscious, right? Because Ithri was carrying her.
Cora, I believe we had ended with him. He was beginning to cast healing spells on people.
Oh, okay.
Cast healing for all health points.
Yes. Effectively, with a 10th level heal spell at will, yes, he's gonna...
We're healed up?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's going to restore you all to consciousness to such an extent that the three of you find yourselves, like, almost brimming with life and energy.
Does that account for my other issues I was having?
Yes. Yes, actually.
It gets rid
So
of my
you-
my plague, blood, whatever it was.
Not immediately, but he's going to give you a little extra attention. Like you can see, he scoops up 3 handfuls of water from the pond in the middle of the garden and sort of, with one finger, anoints your forehead with it,
Oh.
which glows for a moment, and your halo actually sort of on its own rematerializes above you. Not glowing, it just kind of appears.
So I will get rid of the drain condition and stuff like that.
And you come to sort of as you sit up, it is with this giant angelic figure sort of supporting your back, helping you rise. Junko,
Oh.
he kind of hasn't really acknowledged you since he sent you here ahead. And Medora,
I'm okay
kind of
with this.
same.
I'm just like,
Does it get rid of wounded and dying?
Oh yes,
Is-
yes.
so
when you
everything
return
is-
to full hit points, you may remove wounded.
What about stamina?
In this case,
Just thought I should ask.
I don't think this would restore stamina.
Okay.
Not on its own merit.
Oh shit, guys. Hi.
And you see like his silver face sort of like almost blanches at the you talking to him, and then he suddenly looks a little like a deer in headlights, like, hi.
uh,
Wait.
thank you.
Arkale?
Yes.
You said. Oh, she's gonna immediately just bow in reverence.
Rise. All of you, even I'm assuming Junko and Medora weren't exactly kneeling.
I was lying on the floor.
Junko doesn't do that.
I was still on the floor.
Rise. Rise. Rise as heroes. For you have passed through the abyss. You have passed through the elements as worthy champions. He looks at Cora. I'm so proud of you.
You, Arkale?
Yes.
I thought Arkale looked. I thought you looked.
Yes, I would speak with all of you, but there is something that must yet be done. There is one
Wait,
not here.
Ithri? Where's Ithri?
Yes,
Where is he?
I was able to recover him from the ruins of that evil place. But I could not avert his fate, for it is not mine to judge.
No, is he?
I have the power to restore his soul to his body should he choose it. But I cannot force him, nor govern him. And so we must await word.
So he can choose. Okay.
Well, maybe.
What does that mean?
It means that Ithri's soul is bound to gods different from yours, from most on your mortal plane. And As you have lords in life that you serve, so does he in death. And it is for his lord to decide his eternal fate.
He'll want to come back to us, though, right?
Yeah, I think so. He wouldn't want to go without saying bye or something, you know?
Death can be unkind. But rejoice in the knowledge that should your friend not return to you, that he instead joins countless others, his ancestors, his family, those whose souls gave light and life to his own.
Was he close with his family? Would he like that?
We don't know a lot about him.
I guess we don't, but I kind of considered him family too, so.
Also, I'd
Family.
like to make the point that Junko has not made eye contact with him at all.
It would be, I think, notable and very obvious he looks nothing like Junko. Not in his body shape, his facial structure, not in his hair, his eyes.
Speaking of family, I think you called me daughter. I think you.
I should
made a-
check on the fate of your friend.
I think you made a mistake.
Rest in this garden of paradise. It was here, once, long, long ago, that another mortal first met with the divine. There is history here. Glory. I will return.
Okay.
And he's gonna vanish.
Is all that's next to us the fountain?
There's a fountain. I mean, there's like some fruit trees. Like there's an apple tree. There's a pear tree. There's some bushes with berries on them. There's also some flowers, and everything looks at once natural and maintained. Like someone maintained this garden, putting a lot of work into making sure that it always looked perfectly natural. And there's little statues here and there. Some of them with epitaphs written in Celestial. There's always this sound of gently trickling water. And a very gentle breeze. Not one that makes you cold. Almost one that, like, soothes you amid an otherwise warm day.
Mm-hmm. So, what Junko is going to do, she is going to gather each of the fruits, and then she is going to sit down and put E3's head on her lap and pet his bald head until he wakes up.
Yeah, he's not there.
I don't think his body is there.
Even his body's gone. Like, all of E3 is missing.
Okay.
Which also
so
means the
I thought he
bag of
was with
holding is
us.
missing.
I don't care about
So
the
no
bag of
pressure,
holding.
but
I
don't
care
fuck this
about-
up.
I care about E3, not... Okay, that's what she would have done had I known
That's fair.
there
Like,
was a
maybe start
body
looking
there.
for him and just suddenly feel his absence.
Right.
Yeah.
Junko, Medora, you two okay?
No, I am not okay. Thank you.
Medora just nods. And
Okay,
she's
yeah.
actually gonna go and find a place near some water, near a stream that hasn't got any of these celestial statues looking at her. 'Cause she feels fairly uncomfortable.
Yeah, there's no turning the crucifix around here, unfortunately. The statues are kind of positioned just so.
You're in
It's
the
very
Yeah.
unfortunate.
You know those
can't do it.
paintings that always look like they're looking at you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's this
Med-
place, absolutely. Like, it's
Medora
peaceful, but also,
feels
like, a little
hella
judgy.
uncomfortable. Like, this is not her. Like, she's very grateful and all, but
That's
this is
funny
not.
because I feel super comfortable and like I should always be here.
Yep.
So
Medora's
Junko,
basically gonna take her
like-
shoes off, put her feet in some water, and just close
Well,
her eyes and not eat anything.
something must have happened in the time warp.
What do you mean?
I'm not That's not. We know Archael didn't look like that. And that's supposed to be your dad, so something weird happened. And he called me a daughter, right? That's not right. Right?
You
What's
don't know
happening?
your father.
Right,
Or
but
at
he's
least
not,
biological one.
he's not Archael, though, because we know what Archael looks like.
In this timeline, could it have been reversed?
I don't know.
I don't think the time messed with the gods.
I
Man
think so.
god or god
But
king
it-
or not.
But the time could have messed with the mortals that went with them. Or
It was only, we
messed,
only
messed
went
with
a
relationships
year,
and things.
a year ago, right? That's what supposedly.
But who's
Right?
to say the gods... A year for a god might not be a year at all. If they can traverse planes and time and change things around, who knows how they fit in compared to us?
And I do feel different. And there's that thing. I'll just boop, boop.
Out of
Just pops
I'll
up.
do it
curiosity,
again. Boop, boop. I didn't used to be able to do that.
just out of pure curiosity, if I focus hard enough, could I pop a halo? Like, Junko's like quietly like trying.
Like pops a blood vessel quietly.
Make a religion check.
All right. Let me.
And I can do this as much as I want. Boop, 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 boop.
Just on, off, on,
Yeah.
off.
I don't even
Medora's
have
just
to
gonna pull a
clap or
hat
anything.
over her face
it,
and just lie down. And...
Private or not private?
This one you can do. You can do a public roll for this one, I suppose.
I'm not very religious, guys.
Oh,
I mean, it makes
that's very
sense.
clear, yes.
Nothing. Like a little fly comes over and lands on your face, and that's pretty much it. That's
Ugh.
it.
We just have to stand in the right rays of sunshine.
And I can feel, I can heal, I can help people more now. I just, things are
Do you still
different.
have back flappers?
That's a good point. I'm gonna try to grow my back flappers.
You're pretty
Shall-
exhausted.
Okay, I'm too tired.
I mean, you kind of like
Just try.
you just don't have the energy to like
I'm just like,
because every time you did that in the past, it was very draining. Like it was never easy. Even when it
Wait.
worked correctly, it took a lot.
Maybe when
get
I
that.
rest.
I'll get 13 feet away from people, and I'll try and pop my back flappers.
13 feet.
Same. Though it doesn't help that here you've never felt so much like an outcast in a place you don't belong. Like the light is almost painful here.
You
It
guys
doesn't
see
make you
these
feel very
trees?
angelic.
Yay! Yay!
Can I just settle in for a rest? Like an extended... Make
Yeah.
myself feel
Yeah,
better.
yeah. You guys can start. So as you guys settle in, I guess
Like
I
I've,
will. I'll stop being a dick about it, and we'll cut back to E3.
Oh, thank fuck.
I'm good.
Yes.
Can we press the long rest button?
No.
Oh,
Damn it! Why not? Son of a.
E3 Darkhammer! I've conferred. And there are additional matters we must address. It has come to my attention that you may have tampered with things not of mortal responsibility.
Are you on about the orb?
No,
Oh,
Your deeds around that were valorous and brought glory to your clan name.
Oh.
I see, and I do not, a land covered in demonic corruption. I see the coming of the end and of the beginning. I see a land covered in demonic fungus and the awakening. I can't do it.
Are you okay, Mr. Odin?
Odin needs a
Gotta
lozenge.
get a lozenge, yeah. The awakening of Surtur. It is a rare moment when my eyes are clouded. My sight is clouded.
Yeah. Puck makes it quite difficult to see clearly.
Immediately there's murmurs and you hear Loki, Loki. Of course. I see.
Do you need what? I don't know what information you're missing, and I don't want to like start to finish because there's probably bits you already know.
Tell your story.
From
We
what,
will judge it
from which point?
from the beginning.
Okay, so
And we can do like the little Batman logo spinny. Come back if you want for that.
so it starts.
And we cut to you concluding. To you, it would feel like you've been talking for hours. It's weird how time doesn't seem to pass here, though.
It is weird. Yeah, so that's what happened. I don't know if why would help.
It seems to me that these affairs are, in fact, very simple. You've a choice before you, E3 of Clan Darkhammer. A choice that will define the course of Clan Darkhammer for generations.
That's a lot of responsibility.
You took that responsibility when you bargained
Yeah.
with Loki. I give you now a choice. And you need speak but a single word. And your word in these matters shall be as Odin's law. Speak, Loki, or Odin.
Odin.
Clack on the stone again with the spear. And you can see like a little, like just a little wisp of smoke in the air before you just sort of starts to pull apart like curtains. And beyond, you can see a misty, swampy region. You can make out sort of a drop off only a dozen meters away, and beyond it looks like just open sky. And you can see great serpentine things slithering about just at the edges of the mist beyond your sight. Things, very big things.
Oh, I probably should have asked more details before I said that.
And you see a single twisted, gnarled old tree in the middle of this place. And you see an elvish-looking man with black hair chained to the tree. Ravens, many ravens, sit on different branches staring at him, though they've kind of all turned to look at you through the curtain of reality. The man lifts his head because he's just hanging there kind of chained. He looks at you with those green eyes. You don't need to hear the voice to know who it is. Have you heard, Loki? I gotta wrap this up. Odin's gotta go see Doc for his throat cancer.
Poor guy.
Do they have strepsils in Valhalla?
I don't know.
Hope so.
I don't know, man.
Honey.
Honeyed maid, maybe.
Your agents reject you. You are finished, trickster. Plague not this hall again with your mischief. Clack. And the curtain closes.
Quit picking up my mom!
Though, as it's closing, he holds your gaze, E3, and you don't get a sense of like, well, I guess I'm beaten from him. You see nothing but malice and spite. And though he doesn't say a word, you can almost hear, so be it. And you can feel sort of a warmth on your chest where once you were marked. Now then, Odin's mouth sort of twitches a little bit, almost into a smile. I suppose I have not been entirely honest with you, E3, Clan Darkhammer.
Oh.
You've yet one final choice.
Oh.
Will you answer the call and join me in our fight against Surtur when Ragnarok comes?
If that's what I need to do to prove I'm not with him, and I'll point
He
at
raises
where,
a hand.
Okay.
Or, and now the lip definitely twitches. Will you wait to feast and rejoin those to whom you are sworn, for they call. They call. Shall I answer them?
Yeah, this isn't a trick question, right? If I...
We don't do tricks here.
So, if I was to go back to them, am I still... It doesn't matter, I'm going back. If I can.
Are you certain? You
Yes.
hear a feminine voice from kind of off to the side of the hall, and you see a tall, regal, red-headed dwarven woman step forward. You can see that she's wearing mostly green all the way down to her ankles. She looks very elegant and like well-groomed. You can see that she wears like wreaths of flowers on her arms and a crown of laurels in her hair. You don't need a check to know Freya.
Hi.
You are guaranteed your place in Valhalla. If you return, you are guaranteed nothing.
I feel like I've got a lot of growing to do still. And while I'm not very good at understanding all the consequences of decisions and the themes, schemes of gods and all that stuff, I'm pretty good at making decisions. So yeah, I'll get back. That's what I want.
She sort of turns to Odin and cocks an eyebrow. Yes, very good, my wife. I see once again. You were right. So be it. I have spoken. Let any who dispute my words defy the word of Odin. And he clacks the spear on the stone. You don't really know anymore. E3. The last thing you probably would be aware of is the three ladies with the Pegasus starting to take like a step toward you. Also, E3, you get a hero point.
Dude, you met the real Valkyrie.
No, you guys are the real Valkyrie.
Oh,
I was going to say, you should have probably checked for a name
What?
clash. Bit embarrassing.
yeah. Are they mad?
But also, I imagine there was a point in the story where Ithri had to tell the whole naming of the group thing, and it got real awkward.
Actually, well, a few of the dwarves would have been like nerds. It would have been unmistakable that in particular, the Aesir would have been like nodding respect. I will note Thor wasn't there. I'm sorry. I imagine every dwarf wants to meet Thor at least once, but he was
That
busy.
is understandable.
He's a
Probably
busy
also
guy.
a good thing. He might have been a bit inflammatory.
He doesn't really de-escalate. That's true. The rest of you,
Yes.
you're not really sure how much time has passed. You're able to rest
I try every fruit.
either comfortably or otherwise. You
The
what?
important things.
I try every fruit that's available.
I categorically don't. If this is an important decision, things we're on those right now. I don't eat any fruit.
You're gonna eat the fruit in the Garden of Paradise.
Correct.
I guess no one told you not to.
Is there a snake in any of the trees?
There is not.
Okay.
I would argue that well, put it this way, maybe the rest of you, if Cora's like, hey, you should eat these apples, maybe don't.
No,
Yo, try this
Maybe-
apple. It's good.
maybe don't
No.
listen.
my original god was Poseidon. We have all sorts of stories about eating
Oh
fruit from
yeah,
places you
Poseidon's
shouldn't.
got a whole tree of delicious
Oh,
apples
no.
you can't touch.
No,
Yeah.
that's not.
Or it's just like num 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 num
What's
num
that
num
called?
num.
Is that
Medora
Is
will
that
have told
Lernia?
you not to, probably 8 or 9 times.
Oh, do you think I wasn't supposed to have any?
they are really, really good. They're
Really
so
good,
sweet.
though. I
and
like still
crisp.
eating them.
And the best part is, like, if you take a bite and then leave it sit for like 15 minutes, it doesn't brown.
Oh, I'm not
It
leaving it
stays
sit anywhere.
perfect,
I'm eating.
and the food is nourishing, and it actually leaves. Not that this is going to matter because they're going to wear off, but after you eat it, you actually have 8 temporary hit points for an hour.
Oh shit!
Like,
Look, I didn't eat in Castle Ravenloft. I'm really hungry.
Neither did I.
Then how are you not eating?
Nope.
but what's funny is even the water here, just feeling the wind on your face, everything about this place, it's like life itself feeds life here. Just being here, you begin to feel healthier and healthier. You begin to feel cleaner, like just being in this air somehow massages and scrubs you and takes away years of stress and tension, and somehow even the darkest memories. It's very easy to feel emotions about them here. It doesn't take away the pain, Junko, I mean you in particular, but it makes it very difficult to repress anything here, which in and of itself is therapeutic.
You're gonna have therapy and like it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this is one of those like therapy is mandatory kind of places. It's unfortunate if you're trying to avoid facing your emotions.
Medora's going to keep the hat over her face then as the silent tears, just that emotional box that her and E3 discussed.
There is a
Yes.
point, Medora,
Just
when particularly when you're starting to feel some stuff, a little glowing ball of light just kind of comes and sort of boop, boop. And when you try to shoo it away at first, it sort of moves around. It's almost playful. And it only sticks around for 10 minutes, but it's very much like a puppy playing with you. And it doesn't really make noises except the ringing of a bell. When it shakes, you can hear a bell jingling. When
You mean
it
the jingling
moves-
we just heard?
In the music,
more.
yeah.
I mean, that technically that counts, but I would imagine it's more of like a silver bell that's very melodic.
I'll just be confused for a bit, but Medora would stick out an arm and probably let it roll.
Unfortunately,
down.
it is completely incorporeal, so you go right through it. But when you do, it sort of shivers a little bit and lets out that bell ringing, and it takes you a second to be like, "Oh my god, it's laughing." Later in the day, could be an hour later, could be a week later. It's really hard to tell in this place. You see that there are some laughing, winged beings, sort of androgynous. Maybe the opposite. If androgynous is like a lack of definitive male-female, this is more like an overabundance of every possible gender identity. It's everything. These two individuals, and they're laughing, and you can see that one of them's like juggling pears, and the other is like plucking a piece of fruit from each tree down the line and like throwing them in, and like they're laughing, speaking Celestial. They
I
don't come near
understand
you
that.
guys. Honestly, it's nothing too exciting. They're just sort of talking about like, they're just living. They're just vibing, laughing about. No, Dad, add this one. Try this one. Try this one. Oh, check out this orange one. That wasn't here yesterday. Like, if you draw near, they actually they're gonna play the language card.
With me?
You'll be like, sorry, in Celestial, like, sorry, I don't speak common. What is it? Is that Taldane? English? No, I think it's Ferunian or something like that. I don't know. Just tell them you don't speak it. Sorry, we don't speak.
I'll say
common.
in Celestial, you should try the purple one.
They both kind of have a moment, and then one of them in Infernal is like, probably not Infernal. No, not here. In Elvish is like, yeah, I'm sorry, I just don't understand.
I mean, if this is
And
the
then they
game,
look really
I
quick,
will
like
reply
awkwardly
to
are
that.
like, we should go.
That's
You forgot
okay.
your fruit in Elvish.
But you would notice, as you're staying here, there's a growing number of seemingly random celestial individuals sort of flying by. At first, it might even seem like, oh, that's nice, until you reach a point where it's like, no, they're checking us out. They're like, there's too many. There's like 6 of them going by now. That one's straight up looking at us. I've seen that one 4 times now. Like, you get
I wish they'd just come talk to us.
When it starts to feel uncomfortable, can I just go under a tree where technically they can't see me and cast invisibility? I don't like this. I'm
When you
just
do
Dig
that-
a hole and get in it.
I'm sure
basically
do
get
here.
under the tree, the cape goes over, and I just vanish.
I get it. If I could move, I'd go too.
Thanks. Wait, what?
Anytime. You kind of look, and the tree's got like a grandmother willow face on it. Like,
Hey. Well, I suppose if I have to chill with anything around here,
yeah.
you're probably my choice.
Oh, shh, they're coming. Be cool.
Please.
At an unspecified point in time later, because it really is hard to tell how much time is passing here. There's a tremendous explosion of light near the fountain in the center. And you see the glowing divine form of Archael make his way toward the closest of you, which would probably be Cora. Well, no, Junko, you said you were kind of staying.
I wouldn't go too far from the fountain, but when I see that explosion, I would be like, ah, running back.
Yeah. This entire time, Junko is just like sat down on her knees, probably in like mind is a wreck of
Oh, Junko.
why do I feel like I don't belong? Like,
I'll tell you why you don't feel like you would belong, because the statue closest to you that you happen to notice, the one that, you know how there's always one watching,
yeah.
looks an awful lot like a certain other celestial individual you've seen every night your entire life.
Yeah, Junko might just start crying.
Remember how I mentioned also
Like,
this garden feels a
quietly
little
sobbing.
judgy? Definitely.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's judging. Even the
Yeah.
statues are judging.
Yeah, Junko
The
pulls
trees,
like her
statues.
mask up a little further, so like it's not as noticeable to see that she's just like quietly sobbing.
And
I feel like
what's-
two of us are crying and Cora's like doing cartwheels and handsprings and
Hey,
I
skipping
think it
around.
says a lot about like the scars that you carry with you. This place has this, it's in the air, the way it brings your scars to the surface and tries to treat them if they can be treated. Some of you though have scars that can't be treated, not that easily, and it just sort of leaves you exposed.
But she would be facing the statue that looks familiar to her.
Amid the glowing flash marking the solar's return. Children, please hearken to me.
Okay, what does that mean? How come it?
Junko kind of does the little.
His middle arms are currently holding E3's body. But you can see that E3 has been cleaned, groomed, and he's like wearing a silvery silk, not quite bedgown, but sort of like a, you know, that silvery shit Aragorn's wearing at the end of Return of the King,
Does he at
Yeah.
least still have trousers
like
on?
that. Yes,
God.
yes, he has
Because we've been through
trousers.
so much to keep
Uh,
him in trousers.
Medora, Ithri's back. Come on, Medora. I don't have any idea where you went.
Sort of sets E3 very gently and delicately on a marble bench.
Is he okay? Is he?
I have received word. Where... And he sort of gestures right at the invisible Medora.
Ah, there you are.
No harm will come to you. I swear it. Upon my very flesh.
Medora, come on.
Drops the invisibility, but she's keeping her cloak and her hat.
I have spoken with my colleagues across the very plains. It is time for your friend to return. But I must call him, and you must help me. I require your prayers, your faith, your love of your friend.
Easy peasy.
I am told he will require very little urging. But I find that it is good for the soul to remember what it is we love about those we've lost, even as they return to us, lest we forget how valuable they truly are, how valuable one life is, the way that one life touches each of us. Focus upon that light and join hands. The lower one. The lower. I need each of you to make a religion check.
Oh
E3,
no!
you're
Oh,
excused.
fuck this up, Junko.
If
I
it makes you
can't
feel better,
help
you're
it.
the secondary casters on the ritual. You don't need to worry about being the primary. And
Does
I'm
it
not
have to
actually
be
convinced.
religion and not a cult?
It has to be religion.
Oh, is this
Junko, you get a hero point.
I mean, that one seems to fit for.
I didn't roll great.
Junko.
I just
Look at
re-roll
what
it
his
using a
bonus
hero
is.
point.
You can if you want, but for the record, I'm not actually convinced that he's capable of failing even on a natural one.
I'll do it anyway.
Here, you know what? I'll roll his religion check publicly. How about that?
Yeah,
And I'll let you decide if you want to reroll.
that is very public.
That is question mark.
Whoops. Sorry, I
If
rolled
that was
like
a nat
butt.
20 though, I'd like to keep it.
I rolled like butt. It was only a 51. Hang on. There we go.
Only 51.
Oh, I rolled even worse.
Oh
Only a
god.
48. Oh my gosh.
I didn't roll good either. It's okay.
Yeah, I'll just reroll mine just for shits and giggles.
That's fair. That's fair.
There.
That
Wow.
tracks.
It's better than a nat 1.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
it's
I
better
love
that
it.
it was that and not the other way like last time.
I love it. That's great.
So
It literally couldn't get worse, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Had worse.
E3, you are level 8.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you all failed. Okay.
What? Even me?
Yeah, it was a DC 24.
Fuck.
But it's
Aw.
fine. It's fine.
This checks out for Junko. She's not very religious.
It was
marginally
also
close.
I'll re-roll if I have to.
Oh my
I mean, I don't know if I'll get better, but
okay.
willing to try.
You aren't sure how long you're holding hands in prayer, but in brief, I'm going to visit each of you. Junko, what are your thoughts as you're like focusing, as you're following these directions? You're focusing on like the light on what Ithri has brought you.
God, no pressure or anything. Jugo probably thinks about all the moments, even if brief, that her and E3 shared. Whether it was staying up, them sparring together.
A certain obstacle course you ran in the
Yeah.
Sunless Citadel.
Yeah, that or in the swampy area when we were practicing there too. I don't remember that place.
I think
His
that was
name.
also in the Sunless Citadel. Wasn't
I
it
thought
down in like in Goblin Town?
In Goblin Town.
Was it?
Goblin Town?
I don't remember.
The Sunless Citadel, that was the
Or
one with the
Goblinville.
vampire, right?
The vampire
no-
tree.
Yeah. No, it's the one before that when we first started. As well.
In the
Oh, I remember. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. On the way to the moat house.
Yes,
Got
the
it.
moat
White
house, that
that's
one.
the word.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she just like she kind of smiles, not that anybody can see it, but about all the like the shenanigans that he went through because of Loki. And every time he raged.
Frog E3, coconut or palm tree E3,
Potted palm trees.
Shoulder.
sneezing so hard that it knocked all of you on your ass. E3.
Yeah, Pocket E3 where she just carried around on the shoulder.
That is the thing that happened. That's true. All right, Medora. What about you?
She's thinking of the first time they met, when it was a team of people that this dwarf turned into a teeny tiny dwarf and just ran into the darkness. And
Yep,
then the
that-
chat they had after when he was the first person to accept her into the group. And then the Toads, where he was the first person to say and mean that he trusted her.
That sounds about right. Cora, how about you?
At first she'd think about probably the good and funny times, like Ithri frog hands.
That was a good time at the boat house.
Yeah. And then she'd probably think about all the times Ithri supported her unconditionally, especially when it came to her clashing ideals with pacifism and just how to survive, still be a pacifist and work around that with people. And she just wants to return the favor and give Ithri that kind of support.
E3. You have the strangest dreams, sensations of flying, of clouds, and you remember. It burns itself into your memory, almost like it was intended to stay on your mind. Like someone wanted to make sure you'd stay on the highway and not give you a real good reason not to trip. Sort of how he rolls. But then it passes. The flight and the weightlessness, and you just sort of feel too light, like, oh no. And you feel like all of the weight on you is just missing, and you're sort of waiting for it to come in. And the rest of you can kind of see E3 like wiggling his toes a little, almost like he's waiting for something, like he doesn't quite realize that he's just not in armor, because he's always laden with so much stuff that, like, he seems conscious. He's just kind of lying on the bench.
Probably be with his eyes closed, just like expecting something to happen.
You know, like, being here is so similar to being in a dream that it literally doesn't quite register.
Take one of Cora's apples off her and launch it at him.
Thunk! Off of you.
Ow!
Cora? Ithri! I hug Ithri.
I will give you a moment. And the angelic figure sort of lifts one leg, and sort of like Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel lifts away from you, just sort of.
Was everyone
Ithri.
alive?
Cora's not the only drama queen in the family.
Yeah, clearly.
Does he have all like 6 hands?
Oh,
So, like,
absolutely.
this is
Just sort of drifting away.
Does he have like 3 or 4 little cherubs following him around playing theme music for him?
What do you think you're hearing right now? Literally, the song you guys are hearing is in character, and it's just like a little band of like mariachi
They
cherubs.
just follow him around.
Yeah.
Ithri.
Yeah, is everyone
You're-
alive? You're alive.
Well, now we are. Yes.
Okay.
You went a little too ham, I think. I don't know. I was
am
unconscious.
hungry. Oh,
Oh,
no, yeah.
Here you go. Eat this apple.
Or don't.
It's good for you.
I hear it's sweet.
It's really
okay, I'll
good.
Start eating the apple.
Do you think E3 favors sweet or sour?
Spice.
Spice.
Hmm.
It has a very cinnamon taste to it.
Oh,
Isn't it really good?
it's not what I was expecting. Yeah, but what happened? Why?
So she'll kind of glance at where
Where
Archael went.
are we?
Well, Archael kind of took us to what'd you call it, Celestia, and that's where we are. And you couldn't come right away because you were dead.
Am I not still dead?
No.
Okay.
Just a note for you, E3. You have a +1 status bonus on attack rolls, saving throws, skill check, on basically every d20 roll you roll ever for the next 24 hours,
Let's go
as a
find
result of the inspiration from.
That's a joke.
But Archael said you were somewhere else. Where were you? Like, what did you see? Who was there?
Lots of dwarves, Valkyries, and Puck and Odin. I might
Wait,
made some decisions.
Puck was there? Loki
Not
was there?
quite there. He was sort of in sight, but not really.
What does that mean?
Oh, I don't really know. Which bit? What does which bit mean?
In sight, but not there.
Well, there was like a window that wasn't really a window that opened up, and then I could see where he actually was, not where he's pretending to be. I think, maybe. I'm not
Is
sure.
he looking for us?
Who? Loki, definitely looking for me now.
Why?
I might have upset him. Did
I
you
mean,
know
nothing
how
new there then.
Odin and him don't get on.
Yeah, I got that impression. Loki said that too. I think that's who he was talking about when.
Well, I went to
When
see Odin, not. I mean, I say I went. It wasn't a choice. I was
Is he
taken.
nice?
Depends.
Okay. Well, he let
He
you
didn't
come
offer
back.
me any. He did, but he didn't give me any food.
We were told you had to make a choice.
Yeah.
What
Are you
was
okay?
It was Odin or Puck. Loki. Odin or Loki. I chose Odin because he was the one with the spear and I wasn't here at all. And
What does that choice
he's
mean,
probably-
though?
Loading error.
Okay, maybe you should have got all the information before you made a choice.
Heroes,
Yes.
champions, and you can see the divine personage of your rescuer descending.
Yes.
All
hello.
wings sort of spread out, not like flapping, just sort of gliding his way back down so he can land. He lands like one foot gently on the dirt and then the other, setting down with all the grace as if he were made of glass.
Look at those back flappers.
Saviors of Saragarda. Daughter.
That's still weird.
You have done so much for the people of Divine Awakening. You have sacrificed more than any ought need to for a people who may never even know your names. By all that is light and good in this world, you deserve more recognition than most. In a just world, you would be celebrated with parades, knighthood, feasts. Your deeds would be marked with holidays and festivals. Every king, every baron, merchant, and peasant would know your names, and you would now retire to lives of down beds, rich with milk and honey. And sort of all four of you begin to feel almost like a buzzing in your head, like there's a voice that's starting to come through.
I wouldn't be.
But our world,
Greetings and salutation, heroes.
our world is.
It is I, Thrommel,
Despite of the
son of Arkale, son of Burial, son of Michaela,
So,
daughter of
no
Dantale,
matter my
son of Margon,
shower you in
son of
Hear that?
accolades and parade
Big up.
you through the streets of eminence as heroes of the realm and champions.
No, wait.
Forgive me, these word limits are a new challenge
Can
for
you guys
one
hear him?
gifted with the eloquence of the divine. As I was saying, I am Prince.
I lost track. How many sons
The
of was it?
horrors they might have suffered but for your actions. And he's kind of not stopped. He doesn't seem to hear the other voice that's speaking. in all
Damn
of your
this
heads.
spell to hell.
Were I to bring you into eminence,
I am Prince Thrommel, son of Arkale, and though I know not how it came to pass,
your lives would be
I know of
the politics of the unclean.
I'm like trying.
Worse,
she's like trying to
those
sort
who have
them
done
out.
no wrong might learn how precarious their lives are in this
Forgive.
mortal world. Let's come to
Prince Thrommel, I,
Thrommel.
Father
Thrommel.
Arkale,
another chance somewhere.
values
Hear that?
your actions. Come to eminence, feast, celebration.
I don't
For
like this.
you, possible knighthood.
Cora.
Did I
Stop.
bloody do it
Elven
right?
politics and foreign despots. This is why you cannot come to eminence. You must remain forever secret.
Huh?
Final spell.
Did
Though it is
Father would honor you before all of eminence.
What? No. No.
Take this teleportation scroll then come at once.
Cora. You hear that
Wait.
too, right?
Yes.
How do we give them the
Thrommel? Do you hear that?
Thrommel. And like 4 more hands come. You could.
Do.
Wait, Thrommel's trying to speak to us.
greetings
I've-
and salute?
No, don't repeat.
I've had so many voices in my head.
Okay,
What
I am-
does?
you were both talking at the same time.
What does?
I think he wants us
there
to
it
come
is.
to.
Yes. And you can see the angel has sort of drooped a little. Yep, there it is. He prepared 5 sending spells.
Oh, so you got one too?
No,
Oh.
I granted them.
Oh, that makes sense.
Don't
So
worry,
Wait, you
I am
could
definitely
feel
gonna have
that
a word.
happening? Could you hear me when I was praying to you? Was that you?
What did he say?
Yeah, he wants
Honestly,
us to
I
come
have
to.
no idea.
He wants us to come to Eminence, I think.
To celebrate and feast.
His father wants to reward us. But I thought.
And like, there's another hand that's like up here massaging. He's got 2 of them like rubbing his temples and 1 forehead.
I don't understand.
This is like a minimum 4-armed face palm going on right now.
I don't understand. Can you explain what's happening?
What does he mean, father, instead
I'm just
of
gonna sit down.
you? You're right here, right?
First of all, I want you to understand that this is the realm of truth and justice. And we should probably go somewhere else.
Wait, no.
That means
You
you'd
didn't.
be able to
You didn't
lie.
answer my question.
I think you should tell us the truth, whatever that is.
Know that I have acted only in the interests of preserving peace and serenity in Saragarda.
Are you not Arkel?
To my great dismay, I am Vidriel, Archangel in service to the House of Arkel.
Why did you say you were Archael?
I felt that heroism like you have displayed should be rewarded with dignity and honor, and I wished to see you properly celebrated.
There is no dignity in lying.
On this note, things click in Junko's head because she knows what Arkel looks like. And he didn't even acknowledge me. So I'm going to push Cora towards him and be like, how about you guys have a moment?
And like all of his hands are making different defensive gestures. Daughter, I
Are you kidding me, Dad?
am. You,
I
daughter, were born
I put my
of
two arms up. I put my 2 arms up at him.
Is this an up?
Bees.
His 2 lower arms are gonna like grab you and lift you and up to the 2 middle arms that can then kind of hold you at a proper pat.
I want to like look at his face.
And then kind of lift you up to the upper arms will then take you. The ease with which he can just lift you is a little terrifying.
How tall is he again?
12'7".
Okay, now that I'm
Pretty good
looking at
height.
his face, I want to make an insight check, which doesn't exist.
No, it's perception, and it would be a GM blind.
Perception. GM blind. Okay, here we go. Blind GM roll. I rolled something.
Actually, I don't roll that. That's against ADC. Let me. I guess I can
I
change my
stare into
RKL
his-
character
I-
sheet
I do
to
a
the
Cora,
correct
zone
name.
of truth.
Looking upon this face, it is a credit to you that you can look without squinting, because it is literally like looking into the sun. The light that emanates from him. Unfortunately, his face is a little on the alien side.
Put my sunglasses on.
It's hard. It's like trying to read Dr. Manhattan's face, you know? It's a little...
I see.
So you're
But
not
I-
really getting much.
I look at his eye, and it looks like mine.
Yes. And with one hand, he just sort of takes a little bit of the strand of your hair and pulls it aside. You do not know how long I searched for you. And for the rest of you, he's just holding Cora up there at like a tiny little rag doll. Her legs are just hanging limp.
Yeah, I'll be like, me, I hope they'll do this with me, but Medora, E3, and I will be in like a little like triangle pretending to mind our own business and talk about something, but I'm actually listening.
Completely not pretending. So, who is Thrommel to you guys? And what are you to her? And who is he to you? And you...
Okay, so as far as I'm aware, well, obviously, Thrommel is my brother. He is the son of Arkel. I am the daughter. And I say that part really quiet.
You've kept the amulet tucked away, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. It seems like he hasn't even noticed who you actually are.
Oh,
That's
won't he be surprised
I mean,
when I
you're-
tell him?
Oh, go, no!
Just suddenly quick draw.
She's faster than me. She could be like, see, look!
My dearest Solaris, you were never meant for the life that you were forced into. I am so proud of you, the woman you have become. And that is why you must not go to Eminence. And he'll set Cora down, pressing
why?
past all of you. There are complexities. There are tales that the lost daughter of Arkel has been found. But that was never you.
Get sweaty.
Wow, look at these apples.
Ithri's
I,
eyebrows try and crawl up his forehead.
She is still out there. I have watched the Divine Gate for as long as she yet lives. Her soul remains on the material plane. If you go to Eminence, I fear it could result in... There are politicians there. Though they carry the word of Celestia, they do not walk in its steps.
But I'm not her, so why I...
They would use you as a weapon, and through you, they might cause terrible harm to the people of the Divine Awakening.
What would happen if the real one showed up?
I fear there may still be war. I don't think they care if they find the real one or not.
War
I
with
wish Thrommel were of age to take the throne. He has been my pupil for many years. He will be a good and kind leader.
Is that Thrommel?
Yeah.
Was he ever in the temple?
No. Well,
So he has never met us on this time, or is that our Thrommel?
you
You
should
know-
also understand that Thrommel and his father do not fully comprehend what has transpired with time.
But you do?
Yes. I am a being of divinity.
I don't understand.
But they're not.
And
I've been
he
praying to
suddenly looks
Archaeo this whole time!
Like as he like puts his two low arms on his knees and like sits down on the bench, kind of leaning in, like
I've been praying to Archaeo! What does that mean? Who have I been talking to?
That is a complicated truth. And some truths are not meant for the world of mortals.
How would we get past not having a war?
Yeah, we can't let that happen. Not
Well-
again.
When Archaeal's search for an heir is no longer necessary. When Thrommel can take the throne and the hunt for the eldest daughter is no more, I believe the threat will pass.
Okay.
Just to check, is he the same in this timeline as the other time?
Naught has changed.
So,
Only
I have-
events that may have transpired have not.
did you know that, do you know who set up that whole time thing?
Yes. Yes,
you
I
look
do.
You look happy. Are you on good terms with?
No. But I sensed once that he had a part to play for the good of all. I always
you-
knew.
Is he? Are they? Is that my mom?
Concepts like
Somebody birthed me. Who birthed me?
Alright,
were
you ready for this
born-
conversation?
you were born of the union between myself and the trickster Loki.
Were you tricked into it?
No.
Are you sure?
Is that
It is not
Junko's
important.
reaction?
Loki wasn't a horse. I heard
It is
he
not
could be a
important.
horse. What,
It-
was
it
Loki
doesn't-
a
it
horse
do-
or am I?
She
snake
wasn't
or
a horse. No, it wasn't a horse.
She doesn't understand that side.
This
of the
doesn't
family,
really
don't
matter. The I was not aware that such a union would result in progeny. And I
So I was an accident.
I vow to you, my daughter, when I learned the truth, I wanted so badly to bring you to my breast, to carry you into these very gardens. But by the time I knew you had already been taken.
Well,
Okay.
okay. Hypothetically speaking, like Junko's still stuck on like the war stuff. If the eldest were to return and not want anything to do with succession, would that help?
You good?
Is that him? Is that?
No, that was me looking at his spell list.
Oh, okay. I was like, is that his actual reaction? Him going
He's
like,
looking. He kind of glances at Junko, and then there's sort of a slow double take where he glances away, then very slow, like back at Junko.
I'm glad you can't see my face because it's like covered in a mask, just like.
I imagine behind the mask is the iconic Ope face.
Yep.
With that. Yep. I see. I see now that I must atone.
What?
You didn't know. You should have told him sooner.
He didn't say he wasn't. He claimed to be Arco.
We are all bound by the duties we are born into.
Hey,
I was not born. I was not made as an archangel, but it was always my destiny. Just as my purpose was always to be as a servant to they who would rule the people, the divine awakening. Such was the vow I made to Ethic long ago.
Ethic.
The first emperor of Saragarda.
Wanna spell that name for us?
ETHIC.
Wow, so you're like
Oh.
thousands and thousands and you've been around a while.
I have served the throne of Saragarda since that day.
But
And I
if you
continue still.
If you serve the throne and I'm your daughter, wouldn't I also serve the throne? How could they use me to...
They cannot. But in his malice, Loki presented you as the daughter of Archael.
Wait, what? When?
He claimed you as divinity, as he murdered the queen, claiming that she died giving birth to you. He meant to use you. To create a war of lineage.
Why
There are
does-
none who know that Archael had but one daughter. Not even Archael. He looks sadly at the sun, or the holy symbol of Ravenkind that you're wearing. That is the only evidence that now exists of the lie
So
Turns to Junko.
This is just
You-
a lie.
You are the rightful heir. And he actually kind of stands and then drops to one knee so that he's looking you like in the eyes, just facing you. I am so sorry, child.
There's nothing to apologize for? Like, Junko's, like, a little confused.
Apart from maybe the lying and claiming you're other people.
I am not sorry for what has already transpired. And he's going to cast Plane Shift.
Oh. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
And grab Junko by the wrist. Are you wanting to resist?
Yeah, it's only you. He's not taking the rest of us.
If I'm stood next
If
to
you
her,
guys
can I
can,
react?
if you want, you can try to grab on and hop, ride along.
Fuck it.
I would say.
I was stood next to Junko. Can I grab her wrist? And probably if E3 is stood there, grab both.
Okay, I don't know what choice to make for this because player curiosity is too strong, but character is really scared. So, evens are resist, odds are not. Oh, that's cocked. I don't resist.
Okay, so then yeah, what I would say is, anyone who wants to try to grab the car as it's pulling out of the driveway can make a reflex save. I will allow, at your discretion, a grab attempt instead, which would be athletics.
Yeah.
I'm not sorry for what happened. I'm sorry for what I'm about to do to you.
Pretty much. You know what's irritating about these divine assholes is they pretty much just do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Look here, Dad.
To check, have you seen a roll from me? Because it's not.
I do not see a roll from you.
Oh,
I got Ithri and I got
roll the
Cora.
dice. I'll make it roll the dice. Hang on, let me close the sheet. I don't want to get left
Is
behind.
it giving you a pop-up asking for...
Now it is. There we go. That wasn't secret. Does it need to be?
Nope.
Cool.
Good news. All three of you are quick enough that you either grab Junko or Dad Angel, and in a sudden scramble for no, like you are all ripped from the existence of Celestia.
Oh, it was so nice.
Well,
And we're
thank
gonna
God for that.
pause here and take a quick break.
What the fuck?
Hell yeah! All right, so Jesus Christ.
No, it's not Jesus. It's vitriol. All right,
Yeah.
we've been through this already
You
today.
know, at this point, Jesus would probably be a cooler dude to deal with.
He'd make some
we'll,
wine. We'd have a great time.
We'll be back in a few minutes, chat. In the meantime, hydrate, get some snacks, and we'll see you soon. We're back?
Hi.
Oh, right. It didn't register. Hello, welcome back. And by welcome back, I mean you reappear in an explosion of light and a chorus of surprised voices all around you. You find yourself standing. Wait, let's just change.
At least
that
we're standing.
to- Yeah.
Yeah.
You find yourself most of you standing, except for Junko, who's already being dragged forward by an iron grip on your wrist, like he's just marching you forward.
Wait, what?
Can I try and
More about that in a
go
moment.
with-
More about hold on. Let me tell you what you see, or where you're at. You find yourselves in a hall, a really big one, stone, not wood, but the stone is almost of a crystalline texture, radiant white, but there's like an inner radiance to it that sort of pulsates and gives off this flickering, like you're standing on the tip of a lit candle. And you can see that there are columns 12 feet thick that line this hall running all the way down, and you can see it's probably like a quarter mile
the length of this hall. And there are columns that sort of spread out to go left and right into different wings of this great building wherever you are. You can see there are balconies, though they're far enough away that you really can't get a good view of what's outside of them, other than just everything seems to be made of that same beautiful prismatic texture. There are people, unmistakably courtiers, nobles, all of them wearing different fine garb and to call it resplendent might be a bit of an understatement. You can see that among the denizens here, which are primarily human, you see a number of unmistakable Azamar, for they have halos that radiate different colors. You can see that there are actual devas walking about, complete with the wings, the 8-foot-tall personage, and there are creatures of stone, statues that move about and seem to stand guard, wrought entirely of marble or iron. There are even two about ogre-sized, shaped like angels, that are made from some kind of light, silvery metal that Ithri you'd recognize as mithril. And you'd probably know those aren't statues at all. Those are golems. Those are the golems you don't want to fight either. Because I don't think you guys have weapons that can hurt mithril. Unless you guys happen to have some adamantine. Yeah.
My fists aren't adamantine yet.
You can see that there are murals decorating every surface, floor, columns, even the ceiling. Like looking up at the ceiling, you can see images of the plane you were just in, images of the divine, images of angels and gods and gardens. But you can also see fences and walls, gates keeping out serpents and wolves. You can see motifs of sheep and pristine farmland on the walls around you. Murals depicting society and civilized life, mountains, and in every instance of a mountain, you can see golden cities atop the mountain, always out of reach of humble, dirty, ugly humans.
Mm.
And you can see all of the floor, while still made of that surface, wherever there's murals, the murals all seem to be like rivers and streams of light that seem to run up the columns to the ceiling, but there are other streams that seem to run toward the center of the hall's floor, where it looks like there's a great decorative fire that people just sort of walk past. The fire is definitely magic, for while sometimes it looks like normal flames, others it's green, blue, gold, silver. And it seems to react to those who pass by, sometimes reaching out to them, sometimes pulling away. You can hear silver trumpets in the distance, and the cries of birds, the calls of drilling soldiers, and of course, the voice of Vidril. Hark! For I return!
No.
I return bearing
Quiet.
the heirs of
No.
Arkhill! His voice thunders across this.
I am trying to resist being pulled.
I'm gonna grab one of his arms and try to pull him in the other direction.
All right, so here's how we're gonna do this.
It's more so like I could walk on my own. I'm already stuck here.
Yeah.
Dad, why you gotta be an asshole?
I'm going to start with Cora, who's trying to actively oppose. Go ahead and make an athletics check, Cora.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, good luck.
We all
Can I
stack
do
this.
an acrobatics instead?
Are you trying to trip him?
He only has 2 feet, right?
Technically true.
But he has wings.
He has many wings.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna athletics. Here we go. Let's just go for it. 15.
Cora, You're
He just
being
ran.
dragged as though you
Ah!
were a bit of toilet paper stuck to his shoe.
Why are you gonna call me toilet paper?
That's he's not feeling for your benefit. It was a DC 53.
Cool.
Junko, are you just struggling to free your wrist, or are you saying
Yeah.
like, give me something to go on here?
I'm struggling to free my wrist. You know when you like try and turn it and be like, you could have asked. Ugh,
Yeah, don't you know it's polite to
Um,
ask?
dignity here.
Let go.
What I'm gonna have you do instead of athletics or you can do it if you prefer acrobatics or athletics. You can, but I will also allow persuasion, so diplomacy, if you wish.
Okay, well I have a 0 in diplomacy, so we're gonna do with the acrobatics.
Okay, I mean, you know, you're not getting out of that grasp, but he doesn't straight up ignore you. He just kind of keeps tugging you along. We are all bound by our duty. You
But you
will
said it would-
understand one day.
And I just try and like mumble quietly. He goes, but my return said it'd be a war. I don't want that.
If one daughter were to arrive, I come bearing both.
What?
Together, the two of you will avert war for another generation. And that idiot won't be put on the throne.
What idiot? Oh.
You said he'd be good.
Good, yes. Good
Couldn't
is
we-
not always effective.
You didn't just have to whisk us away. We could have talked about this and made an agreement.
Enough time has already transpired. The world needs you to return.
What about Bomb?
And again, as he's like pulling you across this, it's a long walk. You got quite a ways to go. And there are at the end of it, there's like steps that go up into another.
I had more questions.
I will answer as I may.
You say enough time has passed, but we are a year ahead of what could have been.
He kind of winces a little. Well, that's not entirely true anymore.
Wait, what?
So you lied
Oh.
again.
No. We were in Celestia. How long has passed since we've been there?
13 months.
Then it's on you.
Why'd you leave us there 13 months?
It took 2 months just for your wounds to heal.
What? It didn't feel like it. I
You
only
do
ate.
not understand the state you were in. And he's kind of stopped in his turn like a parent scolding their children. You don't understand the state you were in when I saved you.
I only ate like 5 apples in 13 months.
You ate the apples.
Yeah. Was I not supposed to?
All right, that one's on me.
What?
I'll
no,
take care
are
of it.
they-
It's fine.
what's
no, it's
gonna
fine.
happen?
I'll take care of that.
Am I
It's fine.
gonna?
No,
I
you're
also-
fine. It's okay.
I may have also had.
I also fed Isri an apple.
Nah.
Oh.
This was part of the
I feel like
condition
hideous laughter on myself.
that was arranged. But I would think that you as heroes who fought so hard to protect this country would understand the importance of averting war.
No, that's
The two of you
good.
are going to take this throne and you are going to bring about an era of peace and prosperity, and that's final.
Wait, but that's
Now come.
Well, that's what Loki wanted. Are you sure that something seems off here? Don't you think?
Loki showed me something completely different. I think
Wait,
it
what?
was Loki.
What did they show you?
Right. Private room. You explain for 5 minutes. Give us
Yeah, can
5
we-
minutes
Just-
before you
just
go marching us in there, and we have to go and talk to people we don't know. 5 minutes in a room, please.
The call has been made. I will speak with you at your leisure when the girls have been presented.
Leaders do not have.
I don't want to be presented. What does that mean?
It means it's best that we get this out of the way, and then the real leaders can talk. We have some posturing to do, and I will answer all of your questions in full.
This doesn't feel
You
right.
have my word.
Your word doesn't mean much anymore after you lied to your own daughter.
That is a sacrifice I accept for the good of all. Must I
Okay.
drag you?
I'd rather not to be dragged like a dog.
You are no dog.
Wait,
Then let's go.
Junko.
Teleports out. No.
Does he really?
No. No, I meant her.
It's a shame my dimension door
Oh.
only takes
Bye,
me
bitch.
and...
Junko, I'm kind of scared. I don't want to. I wasn't ready to be here yet.
I wasn't either.
Are you guys kind of walking?
She's gonna
Yeah.
reach out for Junko's hand.
I'll hold it.
And she'll just walk with Junko.
There are so many eyes on the two of you in particular now. And it's in a place like this, rumor can come close to breaking the sound barrier with how fast it moves.
Oh god.
And that guy echoing out his cry like a thunderclap didn't help. By the time you reach the base of the stairs, it's pretty clear people have an idea of just who you might be. And everybody's kind of like whispering, like, "Why is that dwarf wearing pajamas? Who's that? There's that pirate. Who's like they're
Why do those pajamas look so nice?
They're so silky.
Is that a Corvanian? The daughter's Corvanian.
And I'll just pull down my mask.
Kind of stops a third of the way up the steps and turns. There was an amulet. Do you still bear it?
Yes.
Good. I will not ask you to. Well, you may present it when you are ready to present it. But you will need it in the presence of. When we introduce you. I know
presence
this
of-
seems rushed.
You know, I wanted to find my own redemption before I came back.
I respect that.
I wanted to see the world.
We all have things that we would have that simply cannot be. But you must understand that I am bound by more than just words in my duty. And so too must you.
Okay.
We don't always have a choice in our actions. And he tries to make eye contact with Junko. And then he's gonna slowly just turn and continue up the steps.
Targeted much? Okay.
Should I assume we have our stamina and resolve back?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You guys can click the button now if you'd like.
Is that the rest for the night? Rest for 13
Yes.
months?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is there a really, really long rest button?
Yeah. He leads you up the steps into a little more. I hesitate to call it reserved decor. The hall he takes you into is carpeted, and you can see that amid the murals, hanging over top of murals, are portraits of regal figures. Every single one of which you'd recognize. They're Archael. With his dark hair, his violet eyes, his somewhat lithe frame and almost wiry
I don't want to call it. He is muscular, but not like in the same way as Thrommel or Vidril. More, well, not unlike Junko.
I'm gonna cast a spell as we're going up the steps on Junko.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah.
Can I do that while the game is paused?
Yeah, I think so.
Nothing. I hit it. Let's see.
I unpaused.
Oh, I should probably hit the right button. I cast Life Connection on Junko.
Okay, so that would go on to.
It lasts 24 hours. It takes 10 minutes actually, so I kind of do it as we're walking.
Yeah, I'll allow that. Let's see. Does it have a verbal component? It does have a verbal component, so you can't do this subtly.
I don't give a shit.
Okay.
Like, Junko,
So, yeah,
I cast
this
Life
would be-
Connection on you, Junko!
A lot of prayer, probably. Which is, to me, is absolutely hilarious. You're essentially praying for Junko.
Junko, you're gonna be okay, Junko. Junko, you got this. Come on, Junko.
Yeah, but who are you praying to?
Right, I don't know!
Oh, yes,
For
you do.
clarification, are we both older than Thrommel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thrommel was
No.
the youngest. Mm-hmm.
Who holds Thrommel?
Or no, you're right. I'm sorry. Korra was the youngest. Thrommel was the middle. Junko
Okay.
was the eldest.
If 13 months have passed, I'm 19 or 20.
Yep. You
I
missed
don't
a
even.
birthday.
Yeah, no!
So did Ithri.
No, it's actually good for everybody. Chat, if you don't know, trust me. You didn't want to be here for that birthday. It was going to hurt.
No,
Shut
no. That would have
I
been
did
a
you a
repeat
favor.
of the birthday that happened.
Oh, that's right. Well, no, except you guys still retained your age. You didn't get
Right.
extra time. You're only moving forward.
Oh, true.
So we're a
So.
year older.
Though, actually, no, you're not, because the world here is a year older. You are not.
What?
You only
How?
experienced-
How much time passed there?
So
For-
essentially we caught up, like the world caught up to us.
Yeah.
and past
Okay.
you a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's,
Yep.
so we didn't miss any birthdays.
Really, you only lost about a month, but
we missed one.
Okay.
it could have been
Oh,
worse.
well.
But
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, bye.
he
I was
leads you to
keeping
the end of
track.
this hall where there are these massive golden doors, and he halts and kind of looks at one of the. And there's been guards all over. He looks at one of these silver armored guards. I come bearing the lost heirs. You may present. How do you wish to be presented?
Me?
Selene.
You may present Selene and Solaris, daughters of Archael, son of Bariel, so on and so forth.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say them all.
He seems. Listen, he's been doing this a long time. He's tired. All right, listen. He's dealt with so much bullshit at this point. The herald kind of, or the guard. Do you want me to tell the herald? Or yes. Now, and like he's got all six hands like snapping at the guard until the guy runs off. And as the guard disappears, Vidril kind of. You learn to enjoy one or two things where you couldn't find them. And then you guys kind of just wait until
No, how long? How long do we wait?
about 2.5 minutes.
Okay, I'm filling
Just
that with
looking at-
conversation. We're talking. I look
Okay.
at Vidril.
Wonder what we're going to get presented as, E3.
So have you talked to Mom lately?
Oof. Oh, he did kind of snub you two, didn't he? Oh. I have not seen Loki since your birth. Rather, since your conception.
Really? Because I've seen them a lot.
Me too.
That is unfortunate. But it played its role well. For as I said, their part in this story has brought all to a better end.
For without his influence, deceptive though it may have been, you would not now be here.
That's what I'm saying is the
I love
problem.
that uh-oh. It just passed through.
That's the problem.
And
you
like
see that?
as you're starting to say this, a man sort of mid 50s with like a button down jacket and lots of gold tassels shows up. I'm here. Forgive me, Lord Vidril. Are you all prepared? Who are you? Oh, yes, and the it is Selene, Solaris, and the Valkyrie. The Valkyrie. Is that with a Y or? He's kind of
Are
like
you going to
looking.
spell it out?
Of course not.
Then why does it matter?
Ish, I was just making conversation. Very well. Yes.
It's with a Y, 2 silent P's, and a Z, if it matters.
Your court etiquette is lacking. Do you know how to
So
bow?
was our method of arrival.
Bureaucracy. I will fetch some water. I'll be back in a moment. Teach them. Yes. Are you familiar with how to bow in the
he
presence
talking-
of his gloriousness?
Is he
He's
talking to all
really
of us?
all four of you? Yes. Actually,
do not
mostly
talk-
to E3 and Medora, to be honest.
They're heroes. Heroes don't need to bow.
Everyone bows before a god.
I do not bow to no one.
You will
I haven't
if
bowed
we are
the
to let
last
you into the hall.
4 gods I've met.
Listen,
That-
you are not my first. This is not my first rodeo. I have met many difficult visitors, and they all bow in the end. Trust me, it will be much quicker and easier for us all if you just do it. So, like this, follow after me. And he's gonna like demonstrate a really eloquent, flourishing bow, like that. Show me. I will not let you
Cora's
in
been,
until you demonstrate.
Cora's been trained, so she does it no problem.
E3
June.
will do an awkward assimilation of it.
What's funny is, if you do the bow properly, there will probably be a little bit of like hospital gown butt crack. Is that?
Oh no, it's he
That
showed
okay?
everything before.
I was going to say it's
Yeah,
nothing
if
some of
you've
us
never
haven't
shared.
seen.
Probably their problem more than.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just don't stand downwind.
I hate to think who's going to be stood at the other end of the hall.
No. When was your last haircut? Oh, this is terrible.
Who is he talking
But it
to?
is. It is looking at E3. It is for the arc. Yes. I wish we could have just a few hours to get you all prepared. And you, yes, you will, of course, have to remove your hat. We don't allow hats in the presence of the Great One.
Removes hat, puts on top of staff, stands next to Junko
That's
very
better.
strongly.
Perfect. Isn't that perfect? Except for your greasy hair, but what can we do about that?
I mean, it's been 13 months. I was able to have a shower.
Yes, I can tell. Thank you. And by the way, not at all true. You guys,
I mean, it's 13 of hits
you-
months.
it is, but like you were in literal Celestia. You all smell like incense and like, you don't. He's
He's being a
Being
dick.
an ass.
at about this point, Vidril returns. Well, is it done? Your greatness. It would be better if I could have them bathed and perhaps freshened up and dressed according to our. Nope, that will be fine. Their garb is sufficient. Haste is more important. Just listen. I don't care because he's opening his mouth. I don't care. Just introduce them, and then get out.
Don't forget the silent P.
Just the guy takes out like a little
The
Horn.
Valkyrie.
and like runs through a quick vocal exercise.
and then into the horn, and it just blasts across the entire throne room.
So
And this throne room
tempted
has
to cast
stained glass.
spells.
It's more like a cathedral than a throne room. You can hear like gentle, I'm not changing the music, but gentle pipe organ music playing here, but he calls out, presenting the Valkyrie and the royal daughters Selene and Solaris, daughters of Archil, son of Burial, son of Michaela, daughter of... That's and Vidriel. And his voice easily matches the horn. He just kind of takes the horn out of the little guy's hand and puts it into a belt pouch. And with
Did you
one
just
of
take the
his
guy's
blows-
sword?
He did, and he just sort of pushes the guy by the forehead back out the door as he leads the four of you into the throne room.
See, that I could get used to. That just, like,
He's been doing this for a very long time. Just there we go. As he takes you in, you find that the place is more somber. It's darker. Like there's sunlight that pours through the windows, but it's a very calm place. And you can see that there's like candelabras that have been set up here and there. There are giant chandeliers wrought entirely of crystal. And there's like little illusions here and there, illusory dances and productions. There's a illusion of an operatic singer who's performing, and like as you begin to make your way toward the throne at the far end of this throne room, the music from the opera singer sort of cuts in half. The volume is halved, almost like it senses the illusion auto mutes. But you can see him. He sits in a throne of gold and diamonds at the top of a 7-stepped dais with candelabras to either side, and you can see that there are cushions. It looks like a really comfy throne, to be fair. You can also see that there are books set about here and there. You can see that there's several plates of food kind of on the floor next to the throne, partially eaten. You can see that there are some rugs. All of them, it looks like, intricately hand woven and put out to decorate different parts of the floor. The organ music continues. That was kind of the backup to the opera singer. The figure in the throne, though, has kind of sat up straight and is like looking kind of head tilted. You can see that he has kind of shaggy black hair. Looks like he might need a haircut a little bit. But you can see that he's wearing fine lavender robes with sort of like a silvery blue lining to it. And a sash that is also silvery blue. There is a halo above his head, though it's not currently shedding any light. It's just sort of sitting up there. You can see that as you draw nearer, he's clean shaven. No beard, no mustache. And he has very keen violet eyes. He looks to be a man in his maybe late 40s, early 50s. And as you come within about 20 feet of the steps up to the throne, he kind of gets out of his chair and takes a couple tentative steps down. You can see that he's not a very tall man. He looks like he might be about 5'8", 5'9". He kind of questioningly glances over to Vidriel, who actually performs the very bow you were just shown. He kind of looks sideways
I follow suit for sure.
A3 will attempt to follow suit.
I stand by Junko and take her lead.
Junko?
was taught to bow to nobody.
So, if anything, more rigid back than, yeah. You
Yeah.
tell a Corvanian to bow. That's a good way to make sure that they're gonna have long-term back problems because they're gonna rigid as a board. Hey,
Hey?
hey, hey!
I look at Vidriel, I'm just like,
You can see Vidril's already like,
We recognize.
oh yeah. Oh, this is neat. You look just like me. Whoa.
Oh, that all makes sense.
The difference on the inside.
imagine if
Wait,
Junko
hang on,
was
hang on.
raised
Let me.
here.
Don't. None of you tell me. I want to guess. Huh. Well, it's not you, unless you're a red herring. He's like pointing at E3. No, that wouldn't make any sense. He's like looking at the three ladies now. You points at Junko. And
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I
Laura
think
was
she might have
super
rage quit a little
offended.
too hard.
Oh no.
I don't even have a way to fix this. Hang on.
Do you
Let
have
me
a
make
thing
sure
that
she's
just
coming back.
shows to zoom?
I don't actually know if she did that on purpose or not.
If so, it would be great.
If it was on purpose, in a minute she's about to burst into my room. Oh, there she is.
Okay, give me a second. I might have to fix.
I'm sorry.
No, yeah.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
All good?
I'm good. I pieced out of this conversation.
I'm a dwarf now.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
We're waiting for
give
the
me
cams to get fixed.
Give me a sec. Give me a sec.
Give me a sec.
Oh god, there's an echo.
Echo.
There we go.
Get okay. Sorry.
Are we good?
We're good.
Okay. All right, this is really hard. It's definitely one of you two, though, right? Pointing at Cora and Medora.
Medora just
Oh.
raises an eyebrow.
Oh, you both look so much like me, though. Says the black-haired, violet-eyed man. I bet it's you. Wait! Oh, wait, I see it. By the way, the halo did not follow him when he got out of the throne. It just continued to hover above the throne where he was sitting. It's you. He points at Cora. Right?
I look
It's
at
you?
Vidriel. I look at Vidriel.
You can see Vidriel has taken on like a face of absolute serene. He may have checked out.
He's meditating.
I point at Junko.
Yeah, I already guessed her. Yeah, it's her and you, right? What's your name? What's your name? I wasn't listening when the guy. What's your name?
Didn't you name us?
What? No, I got people to do that. Oh, you're gonna love it. I was right about you though, right? Oh, you're gonna be so excited. I can't wait to show you all this stuff. Oh, it's so boring. Ever since Thrommel left, I haven't had anyone to talk to. Right, Vidriel? Vidriel? Hey, right? Vidriel's like, yes, my lord.
I wasn't paying attention.
Cora inadvertently takes a step backward.
Oh, wow. So you got my sending, or you got Thrommel's sending spells, right? Did it work? It was actually greater sending. I had to spend some time researching that. I had the best royal researchers that money can buy, studying for months. And Idriel's like, no, for weeks. No. I had the best researchers coming up with these greater sending spells that could have multiple targets. Oh, but it worked. It's so exciting.
It did.
Yeah. Wow. You just look at you. I haven't seen you since you were a little baby. Either of you, really. I don't remember you. I'm going to be honest. I have no idea who you two are. I don't actually remember you. Your Eminence, these are the Valkyrie, the heroes we discussed. The slaver ones? The pirate ones? No, Your Eminence. These were the ones who vanquished the demon queen of the Temple of Elemental Sin. Yeah. Hey, good job, guys. Good job. Anyway, look at you. Wow.
My Eminence, is that supposed to be like that? I point at the halo.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I get stuck sometimes. Don't worry about that. I have people for it. We'll fix it. It's okay. Don't worry. Hey, does yours?
Are you human and not Asimir?
Well, I don't want to brag or anything, but technically I'm Archael, voice of the divine, god of sunlight, good, justice, law, pretty much everything. And I'm your dad.
A dad that doesn't remember his daughters.
What? No, of course I remember my daughters. What do you mean?
You just said you don't remember.
No. Them. Listen. We get a lot of heroes. You're gonna get. Oh my God, you're gonna love this. I gotta introduce you to everyone, all the guys. Oh, no one's gonna believe this. It's been like what, 15 years? How old are you? You don't look 15.
Did you hear my prayers, or do you have someone for that too?
Oh, don't sweat it, kiddo. Vidrail here, he answers all the prayers. He's got it all. He does it all.
I look at Vidriel.
Isn't this guy great? Can you
I look at
believe we got
Vidriel,
this
too.
guy?
I'm fully glaring at Vitriol.
Oh, Vidriel looks... it's been a while since he's blinked. He's kind of got like a fixed stone stare. It's possible that there's some internal screaming right now.
I would like to cast message. Vitriol. And basically mouth very quietly. You better hurry up with the explaining. I see why you think there is a problem here, but
I mean...
Cora's
he tried
eyes,
not to take you to Eminence.
Cora's eyes look huge and like she's about to start crying.
Oh, you love it. I can tell. Look at that face. Look at that. Oh, you're so excited. I'm excited to have new people. Oh, have you seen the gardens?
No,
We had,
I can't say I've been here since I was about 5.
Oh, we gotta fix that. Oh my gosh, can you drink? Is she allowed to drink? And my lord, you are the divine speaker for all of Saragarda, if it is your will. Well, yeah, let's will these kids some meat or something. How do you guys? What do you drink? What do you like? Can we get some chicken in here?
God.
It's actually been a long day. May we be excused, please?
Yeah. My lord, I would be honored to take care of that if it is your divine will. Oh yeah, that's good. Thanks, Vidrail. Hey, listen, guys, tomorrow it's gonna be all us. Okay, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna show you the sights. We're gonna have a walk around Eminence. You can bring your vineyards with you, and
we'll see the sights. God, it is so good to see you. Ah, that's exciting. Should I go? Do you guys want the hall or no? Your Eminence, I will see to it that they are properly cared for. But perhaps we might begin work on some speeches. Oh, I don't want to do that. You've been riding me about speeches, what, for 4 years? Yes, Your Eminence. But seeing we have these new developments. Oh, come on, man, don't be like that. They're people, not developments. Do these look like the faces of developments to you? Come on, Vidril. Come on. What are the times? I'm sorry, guys.
If I may,
Yeah.
we obviously
Wait,
got
hang
a message from Thrummel.
on. What's your name?
Lady Medora.
Lady Medora. Okay. Yeah, I should have asked that. I never would have thought you were one of my kids if I would have known that. Oh, live and learn, right?
Thrummel sent the messages.
Yeah.
You said he'd
Yeah.
gone? I was
Mhm.
hoping we might see him.
Oh, no. I guess he forgot something. He had to run something out to somewhere. I don't know. I'm gonna obviously have him called back. We've got a scroll of teleportation around here somewhere. We'll just have him use that to get back here.
But if it's here, he cannot use it.
Why not?
Is
I know
he
you've been gone a long time, but we can do kind of whatever we want to do.
Oh, nice.
We
I
make
like
the
that
rules.
plan.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all right. Don't overthink it. I don't.
Like, this is Juko's actual face right now, just slack-jawed. And
Just pain.
then I look at Vidriel, and I look at Throbbel.
Throbbel,
I look at
there's a
Vidril.
portrait of Throbbel somewhere. Even the portrait of Throbbel looks a little patient.
And then I look at Archaeo. And I'm just like,
This is so exciting. Hey, can we get some carpenters in here? We got to get some more thrones. If Vidril's already come on, let's go.
Hora's
Shooting you guys
leading
out.
the way out of here.
it was a pleasure to
Yeah.
acquaint Your Eminence.
Oh, call me Dad.
It was. Bye, Dad.
As we walk away, Medora's just gonna lean over to Junko and go, "You know that saying, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree?
Imagine
You're an
if
apple and you're a pear tree."
imagine if I was raised here.
Nope.
Nope.
As you're taken into a guest wing of the palace,
Vidriel,
the entire time Vidril's very quiet.
I wait until we're out of earshot of most people.
Mm-hmm.
That's an act, right? He plays a part of that character and not is that way?
Perhaps before I take you to your quarters, we should view the gardens and speak.
Alright.
He's gonna reroute and take you outside, into sort of, it's like a tiered set, like steps of gardens. Each step being about 100 feet by 100 feet, with streams of water running down them. And there's little marble bridges that cross the streams. The streams are only 3 feet wide, but you can see that there's also little baskets of fruit and vegetables and gifts that float down the streams. Gifts from those who venerate the divine.
Is he always like that?
Well, no. Sometimes he's less cognizant when he indulges in his chemical hobbies.
Is he anything like you on serious matters?
In truth, no monarch of Saragarda has personally dealt with serious matters in nearly 1,000 years.
Then why are they a monarch?
It is best the people of Saragarda believe that something benevolent guides their fate. Saragarda are the people of divine awakening. They look to the gods to protect them, to guide their fate in a direction that they can live and die believing is benevolent. Such is a cause I was bound to see to, and I have done so. At times by taking the form, and he sort of shrinks down into about 6'5", looks just like Archael, but more like the one you saw in the stained glass window in Hummelbank, with long shoulder-length black hair, an imperceptible, almost unspeakable divinity emanating from him, a radiant authority.
So you're the real backbone.
I protect the people of Divine Awakening.
I'm just trying to grasp.
You were the one I was praying to this whole time.
Yes.
So all of Saragarda, everything I was taught, is a lie.
No. No, not at all. Don't you see? As long as you believe in a benevolent and good power, as long as all the people of Saragarda believe in that good, in that power, they create it. That is the Divine Awakening.
Why can you not be the monarch?
I was bound to Ethic and his line to serve. The terms of that service were fortunately vague, but serve I do, and I shall.
Do you want to serve?
I believe in good, and I believe in mercy and justice, glory and truth. And I believe Saragarda is the land of justice and good, as long as we make it so.
I didn't ask you what you believed in. I asked if you wanted to be here doing this.
He lets the silence hang long enough that it's its own answer.
Truthfully, if someone of the line said that serving them best would be for you to continue what you are doing here, but as the monarch in all other regards, would you?
My duty is to these people, and I will honor that duty to the end of time itself.
People wouldn't question an ever-living divinity.
No power should rule forever.
But no power should rule in ignorance and stupidity.
Is there ignorance? When people pray for a blessing, he actually
pray to
smiles
you,
as he
not
looks
him.
on Cora. When Solaris prayed that her friends would have good days, full of smiles and joy? Did it matter who she prayed to? Or did it matter that it was done?
Guess it matters that it was done.
But if you can do and equally serve what will be Junko,
That is the name you carry?
It's the name I received in Corvania.
And what would you call yourself?
I don't feel like I would be Celine yet. Or Celini.
That is the name given you by your mother. But what name would you give yourself? You do not have to answer now, but perhaps if you would accept the guidance of one who has so deceived you, I would advise that you give it some thought.
I will. On a lighter subject, Celeste. I think you got the smarter of the two dads.
He actually kind of winces at that, to be honest.
Why does his halo sit at the throne?
The royal lineage of Saragarda is not actually divine. Until you. He looks at Junko.
Was it my mother?
Yes. I suspect that has something to do with the trickster's machinations.
I can't pretend that that man is my father.
Not even for the good of all of Saragarda. Tell me, children, and he kind of, with a sweep of an arm, indicates he means all four of you. Know you of the history of Korth and Saragarda?
Not the true history, I guess.
What know you of its history?
That Archaeals stopped a war and it was annexed or something.
Yes,
Was that you?
the barbarians of Korth were marshaling for war. Many would have fallen. Saragarda's military might is on its islands. Our people are at their safest surrounded by water, but Korth abuts Saragarda only by land. And our foot soldiers were not ready. We had only a fort in the mountains, Fort Vigormount. Had those barbarians invaded, how many would have fallen? How many would have died? Of theirs? Ours? You are all mortal. You are all the same at heart, light, and souls. How many would have been lost? So I took the place of my monarch. And I convinced the Korthans that they did not wish for war. But they believed that there would come a time when conquest was right. They agreed to wait and so I took the choice to wait from them. How many would have died, now or in the future? Now there will never be a war with Korth. Now they are the same as you. If I could, I would make it so across all the land. Let all mortal souls see each other only as each other. Perhaps in the next generation. But until then, you understand why it is so important that we all fulfill our duty. The ruler of Saragarda must have the faith of the people, for that faith sustains my ability to protect it and to perform the miracles that are expected of the gods of Saragarda. I'm not proud of the lie I have fostered, but you must understand that it is necessary for the good of all. I expect you will carry out your duties.
Does this mean Cora and I cannot continue to be heroes and help others?
Your deeds of bravery and heroism cannot be erased by any trickster or law. But your time holding swords is done. You must now hold the rods of rulership and governance. I know it is not an easy sacrifice, but I will teach you. Take this day. Rest. Come to terms with all that you have learned.
Okay.
And when you are ready, we will speak about how you shall claim the throne. And how,
Understood.
at long last, the rulers of Saragarda might finally carry divinity in their own blood. Perhaps you would be the first true divine ruler.
Wait. Loki said when he moved the timelines, us in this world would still be in this world.
That has been dealt with, for they were sent back in time. And you are past the point at which they departed. It was something arranged with, he looks at Ithri, one who is wiser than I in matters of time.
Okay. Well, this is a lot to process, so I'm just gonna lay here. And I'm just gonna...
When you wish for your rooms, simply call for whoever. They are at your beck and call. And he's gonna just woof, teleport out.
He just leaves.
Yep. He doesn't look very happy about it, but
So, I think if we wait till midnight tonight, we can make our escape.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Why do we have to wait till midnight?
Because it's dark. That's when you escape.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
As
the
long as you
basics.
don't turn your
Ithri.
halo on.
I won't turn it on. This is a
You
lot
said-
of baloney to process.
You said Thrommel had gone. If Thrommel's gone, I don't.
Probably
Believe.
trying to figure out how to get us a teleportation scroll.
I don't believe he can return.
He
You
can
know,
return.
We met him.
I don't.
You think he would find his way to the mainland and back by himself? He couldn't even send a 25-word message to us correctly 5 times over.
I know you probably wouldn't like it, but I could ask somebody else for help.
You still got any handcuffs?
I do. I could just put them all on us and we could just go to Hummelbank with those.
No one knows this yet.
It'll work.
So
But we'll be the kicker is we'll be in a prison cell.
As if you
I mean,
could
it wouldn't
punch it
be our
open.
first cell on the
And
radio.
he won't know who we are.
oh
or-
shit!
or what we're doing there, because that didn't happen.
Hey, but
Shit!
you know,
Oh, this time stuff is too complicated.
he
So-
would have had a perfect solution of people pre-heroes. You could have gone and found pre-Valkyrie.
Yeah,
Do you-
I don't understand what's going on at all, and I'm up for getting out
I
of
don't
here.
either.
However, and I don't know why I'm the one to say this, is it the right thing to do?
He is bound to serve.
I mean, they've been lying to the people all this time. What's one more lie?
He is
They could
bound
just-
to serve.
I'm fine to get you guys out of here, but if it starts a war, I don't understand
think
any of
it's-
this shit. So
I
it
don't
might-
think
I
it's
don't know why
gonna-
it would, but
I don't. The other people here, I can understand. No offense, Junko. Why they don't want your dad in charge? He seems kind of inept, lacking, stupid.
On a different
so I
pathway.
can understand why they don't really, why they, yeah.
I take no offense. I'm not going to lie. I think most of my traits are from my mother and teachings from Corvania.
Vitriol managed to impersonate Archael, but better.
No, he
for...
didn't. He is Archael.
Yeah, okay, so he is Archael, but he's been impersonating this person.
The
In
person
a
who's in the throne who
Archael
we
form.
talk to, he's impersonating Archael.
Yep. Okay, but if he can do that, why can't he impersonate you? Continue the lineage. If he's bound to serve you and that's your wish, that he continues to do the perfect job, but as you.
If I
He
don't
is
have kids
bound.
and Thrommel doesn't have kids, does this mean his contract is void?
I was wondering about
So-
that. If we could
As-
break his binding to that family.
As long as Thrommel isn't doing anything stupid right now.
I can't lie. I think he has kids already.
Oh.
Well,
In
of-
fairness, Thrommel is really, really hot.
I
No,
mean,
I
outweighed by stupidity.
One of those guys that you see at a bar, but as long as he doesn't open his mouth, he's pretty good in every aspect.
Emphatically. Like, literally, if you
I-
just, like, zip the lips, he's perfect.
But I feel like even if he was trying to buy you a drink, he would, like, even without talking, screw it up.
I think we
I
should
think-
find a way to unbind Vidriel from the family.
I think he should continue to impersonate, but give us time to find Thrommel and find a way to break bond.
So
I think after more exploration of the world, more adventures, I could rule.
I know I
believe that.
After.
I was supposed to go to Eminence. I didn't know what it was all for, but
Well,
I'm glad I ran away when I did.
I can see why Corvania wanted me to be there.
but I guess is this what Loki wants? I don't understand that.
Also, I don't know if it was Loki or say my uncle or the inhaler, as we'll call him.
The hungry hippo.
But the vision I saw when I was meant to rule, there's just so much death. I don't know.
He showed
if
you
it
a
was
vision?
Do you remember that time where,
We all were visited?
yeah,
He just looked like Lareth and made fun of me. I think it was different.
everything that was meant to be alive was a bone.
Well, I don't think you could trust anything if it was honestly any of them. I don't think you could trust what they show you.
Doesn't make the fears any less real.
And you know, I wouldn't mind helping you. I just don't want to base my life on a lie, and you know.
I think from experience, a lie is sometimes easier to consume than the truth.
I agree. And lately, it's become really easy for me to lie. And that's why I don't want to do it.
Not necessarily a bad thing.
It's just so easy. I just don't want to do it. And I don't like how easy it is for me. So. But anyway, she pulls out the handcuffs. Tonight at midnight, we all slap these on and go to Hummelbank. That's the plan. And then we'll worry about the rest later. I'm sure we can break out of Burns' prison cells.
I can invisible us. At least when we arrive. They hopefully wouldn't notice.
He shouldn't.
I mean, Burns pretty smart. He made those for a start, so...
Yeah. I am kind of anxious to see Rutger and Byrne again. I miss them.
Dracon.
Dracon. He wouldn't be there.
Not there, but...
Where were you? Where did you guys meet up again?
I was his escort.
From Vigormount?
Mm-hmm.
So he should still be in Vigormount. At the school? I think. Wasn't he a teacher?
You want to go to school?
No.
No.
Oh.
I'm happy he's just okay, I guess.
Okay, Cora. The other side of the coin. Legend. He could take us away at any moment again. At will.
I mean, he didn't
Not
find...
if he can't find us.
Yeah, he hadn't found you until now.
Yeah, what took him so long?
Well, before I put on my birthright, I had the necklace. I don't know who has it now, but you cannot be detected.
I don't.
That one.
Does anyone still have that?
Exist
That might have
anymore.
gotten eaten in the time loop.
I think time ate it.
Regardless, we only have one. And he can pinpoint me down with it.
Well, not if you're wearing the... So just don't use that.
Do you know how many times it saved my life?
Unless it's a really intense emergency.
Whether I wear it or not, I still have it.
You can't just sense it. Okay, maybe before we go, we can ask him. Hey, can you sense this?
How do you track us? How would you
No
track
reason
someone?
I'm asking.
Hypothetically, if we were to
If I
leave-
were to run away, like, how would you track me, though? Just curious.
I mean,
We have to try. We can't stay here.
We can't, but even so, he's stupid. I would at least like to have dinner with him.
Your father? I don't begrudge you that.
Do you want to wait
But-
like 24 hours or something? Spend a day here?
If you don't mind, I would like to pass on that dinner.
I don't think you have a choice.
I'll just tell
I'll
him
come
I've
with you.
got crazy poops and I can't be at dinner.
They've probably got healers for that.
Yes, they do.
Tell him it's something I want to deal with alone. I
100%. He
can't.
probably has an on-staff culinary healer.
I can't look at him.
Maybe you should tell him some of the truth. You can't cope with the idea that he's... supposed
What,
to
that
be
I'm
your father.
disappointed in him? That he's not Archael? That I spent my whole life worshipping him and now he's just...
I said some of the truth.
Never meet your idols, kids.
That
Turns
Always
out,
be
surprise,
disappointed.
it was my dad the whole time.
Yeah, but you thought it was your dad, and then it wasn't, and then it was again. It's very confusing.
Yeah, so I'll just, if they ask about me, just say crazy poops. And, yeah.
He seemed like a nice guy as well. Or if you maybe just say you can't mentally cope with it yet.
Yeah, he's a nice liar guy.
What, Arkel?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he knows that he's lying.
He does. Did you see the halo?
doesn't.
Kind of feel bad for the guy.
Why?
think
He
he
gets
truly
everything
believes
he
it.
could ever want.
Because he's been put on a pedestal without a choice, given no control. No real power by the looks of things.
I don't know, Vidriel seemed pretty respectful to him, even if he didn't have any physical power over him. I don't know. Maybe he is just putting on airs.
Okay. I think I want the proper bath.
Our rooms? Can you take us to our rooms? He said just to call
Immediately,
for
like,
them.
two mousy looking servants come rushing in. Both halflings.
I see.
Very well dressed. Kind of. Yes. This way, please.
Oh, hello.
We have prepared rooms for all of you. Baths are being drawn as we speak.
Oh.
And His Royal Eminence has invited you to dinner.
As long as he doesn't Beauty and the Beast to me, like at the door, I'm fine. I'll just stay in my room.
I don't know.
You'll join me for dinner!
The halflings are going to lead you up to your respective rooms.
Oh, I take a bath.
It's possible that Vidriel might have had a hand in the selection of where your rooms would be.
Oh, where are they?
The highest room in the tallest tower by any chance?
Well,
Joke's on you! I had to go down a
no.
wall just like that.
they're actually separated from one another.
Oh.
Cora is on the 7th floor. Junko is on the 3rd floor. Medora
What?
is on the 4th floor. And E3 is on the 11th floor. Up in the
11?
tower.
Cora?
They drop us off in order of like.
Yes.
No, they
Going up?
separate to take you into different directions.
Yes, Junko.
Before we
More
separate,
servants join up. Yeah.
can I have a pair of the cuffs?
Yes. Actually, I give everybody one pair. So all you have to do is snap them on.
It's like a snap bracelet.
Yeah, it's just boop.
They're actually just rods, and then you go.
To take them off, you have to have this one, which I'll have.
That's okay.
We don't have to
So,
worry about that.
are we gonna all meet up after
Yes.
my room?
We don't need to meet in your room. We can just slap them on.
I know, but just so we can all pop up together. I don't have a watch.
It's one.
Just a reminder that this is in the presence of the servants who are no longer leaving you alone.
I'm whispering.
Okay. Just wanted you to be aware that it is technically in their presence.
Hey, mind
they
your own
speak-
business.
Do they speak Celestial?
Mm.
Do you speak Celestial? I'll ask in Celestial.
So I didn't catch that.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'll speak in Celestial, so meet in my room, just so we can time it together.
I will do
Or
my
should we all
best.
just wait for midnight and just snap it on?
Midnight?
I look at
The-
Ithri and Medora.
This.
Hmm?
Sorry, while this is happening, but the servants converse at all.
No.
So, midnight. Midnight.
Party.
Party at midnight.
I've got my rum. You can count on me.
When we separate, I would ask the servant to reroute me to where my mother is buried.
The one you get is kind of he's an older male halfling with a mustache that's a little past the edges of his face. You wish to see the royal catacombs?
Yes.
Very good. Yes. Do you wish to go now? I can just take you down there. Actually, there's a couple of secret passages if you don't mind taking some servants' quarters. Or we could just walk. But just so you know, the royal crypts are across the island.
Should I bathe first before I see her?
I wouldn't deign to tell you what to do with yourself, of course.
What would you deem more appropriate?
Make a diplomacy check.
Alright, I'm just gonna roll a die because it's +0. Oh, I rolled an 18 +0. It was faster to get. To my
That's
die.
18.
Yeah.
It is of course not my place to. I think you'll be fine.
Okay, let's go.
Is this happening before we've been split or after?
No,
we've
this
been
would
split?
be after post split. Okay, so he's gonna take Junko off to the carriages because presumably you don't want to walk the mile and a half across the island. Actually, I think the island's like 10 miles total, but it's width, not length, long wise.
Yeah.
The rest of you find that your rooms are extravagant.
Are there individual baths connected to them?
There are, and
That is
there
fancy.
are gift baskets.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Bath bombs.
Are there bath bombs in there?
Cora's, you find just it's a bunch of bath bombs, some perfumes, some paints, stuff like that.
Oh.
Medora, you kind of looked like a pirate when you were brought in. You're gonna find like a whole bunch of. It's like a medieval tourist park. Somebody went to one and then just brought you back a gift bag. Like you find, there's like some Jolly Rogers in there. There's like a little a Jolly Roger bracelet. There's like a stuffed parrot.
Oh, that's awesome.
There's like a little model monkey.
I could have used this when I was a
A
pirate.
ship in a bottle.
I would like to see it become really emotional and talk to the halfling servant in halfling.
Okay, let me come back to that. Let me
In a
first let
minute.
everyone else know what they actually got in their gift bags, and I will. I'll circle back to you. E3. Yours had a new
Ale?
chainmail, like some chainmail, a whole bunch of different chainmail garments, like chainmail shirt, chainmail underwear, chainmail leggings,
Socks?
some chainmail socks. Yep, like little booties.
Oh my god.
There's also like
Gonna
five
be
different
airport security nightmare.
5 different hammers. None of them are smithing hammers. They're just like, it's like someone was like, just give them a bunch of hammers, and they didn't really know what to do with that, so they just a bunch of hammers.
Ooh.
Good metal kind though that he
No.
can.
I mean, they're okay. They're not like masterwork or anything. I mean, they're nice. They're brand new.
I meant like he can, smelt it down and make it something better.
I presume
They're pretty
just
apt.
iron.
Yeah, they're what you get at like a hardware store.
Yeah.
Junko, you didn't actually go back to your room, so you didn't see your gift basket.
That's okay.
But Medora, as the so you would have been taken by one of the extra servants who was joined, as was E3. The 2 originals were the ones who stuck with Cora and Junko. The one with you, also a halfling, but younger. She looks like maybe she's about Cora's age, like 19-ish. Long blonde hair. What were you saying you were going to say?
Basket. It's been years since I could see the sea.
Well, all of these were given compliments of his luminescence.
Is there any way?
His eminence.
No. That's great. Both make sense, in a way.
Okay, well, I just gotta
Um,
kind of maybe don't tell anyone that I tripped over.
No. Could you?
This is a really good job.
I'm feeling really claustrophobic, and I feel really. I would really value being able to see the sea. Is there any?
There's a balcony. Yeah, come here. She's gonna like march you over to where the balcony is and like push it open, take you out on it. The balcony is probably bigger than the room you IRL are in right now. It's a giant, like it's the Aladdin balcony, where it's the whole thing is like this massive sweeping.
Might as well be an extra
I can
suite.
show you the world.
And you're higher up, right? No, you were on the fourth
floor
floor.
4.
Okay.
that-
You can see the mountain. You can't not. I mean, you can see kind of the sea in the distance, but you don't have a good view of it. You're a little low.
Is the sea close? Are we like coastal, or is it in the
So
middle
Eminence,
of the island?
now that you're here looking out, you can see that Eminence is one giant island. It's about 10 miles north to south and about 5 miles east to west. And the entire island is dominated by the city. Like the city of Eminence covers the entire island. But the entire northern part of the island is this great big mountain that goes up like probably ballpark like 21,000 feet. I mean, it's a snow-capped mountain. You are in the palace, which is around the center of the island, which is around the base of the mountain.
Okay.
If
Is
I
there
could
any
just-
way? Is there any way out? I feel very.
If you'd like to go out and visit the city, I'm happy to escort you.
Oh, I don't need to go as far as the city. I want to pop out.
I
A little
could also
secret.
take you for a little walk, if you'd like. Or just around the palace.
I don't know that I feel right. Is there any other way out?
I don't understand.
Well,
You are His Greatness's guests, aren't you?
yeah, but I've never really been a high roller. I'm more of a
Well, you're a high roller now.
Could we, just for one last time before this all kicks off? I used to love sneaking through tunnels and things to get out. Again, see if nobody would see me. I just want to visit the gardens one more time. Is there any way out?
I can take you there, and maybe we could take some of the servants' quarters. I don't know if I'm allowed to take you in the servants' quarters.
It's okay. I've got something that might help.
Tell you what, you stay here. Enjoy all of this. I'm gonna go talk to the head butler for this floor, and I'll come back and let you know. Okay?
No, don't worry. Maybe I'll take a nap before dinner.
Oh, okay.
And then...
Well, is there anything else I can bring you?
No, I think I'll be fine. Thank you.
Okay. I'll be just right out. There's like a little pole cord she kind of mentions near the door. Like, just give this a tug if you need anything, and I'll be right here. I am your full-time attendant while you're here. And incidentally, the rest of you are shown your respective full-time attendants. Cora, yours is a little eerily like Elia in that she's kind of hawkish, and you get the impression she's not even trying to be subtle about not letting you out of her sight.
I'm just gonna take a bath. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Can I have some privacy, or?
I'll be right outside the door.
Okay.
I'll just leave it cracked in case you need anything.
Yeah.
Cut back to Medora.
Well, I'm gonna actually try to do something while she's out of the room.
Okay, yeah. What are you gonna try?
I'm gonna gently shut the door the rest of the way.
Without her note, she's right next to that door.
I'm gonna do it so quietly.
Make a stealth check, sure. Make a stealth check.
She's actually just looking at the door while you do this, like nose to it.
She's like, God.
That's if it's actually Ilya and knows your tricks.
This is the problem is, if it was Archael, you guys would be out of here already. It's Vidrail, who's not an idiot.
23.
23.
I just quietly.
The door just click very gently.
I'll go over to the bed.
Oh, no. That was the bathroom. No, she's in the room.
Oh, so I'm in the bathroom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I just go over to the tub, kind of look in the water.
It's warm.
Loki? I just say his name.
Cora Pumpkin, you're ruining the surprise. How did you know I was here? I'm going to end right there for tonight.
What the fuck?
I gotta. That was going to be my cliffhanger. You fucking ruined it.
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
I mean, bet you found out before you got in the bath.
I mean, yeah.
Was he gonna pop out of the tub?
No,
Hello?
just your reflection's image shifts in the water surface. Good.
Sorry.
I kind of got to give you a hero point for that. I feel like that was sharp.
Loki, I see you in there.
I was not ready for that.
Oh, surprise! I'll take a hero point.
But
sorry, guys, I didn't mean to.
That is where we're gonna. No, this is perfect because now we've got some pretty clear stuff. I did want to give Ashla. Was there anything you wanted to do when you got up to your room after you see your basket of hammers and chainmail?
I'll think about it for next week.
Okay.
So until then, can I just imagine that E3's doing one of those like film montages where they try on everything to music?
Oh yeah.
Part of me wants you guys to play a game of guess which things were done by Vidrail and which ones were done by Archael, but I feel like it'd be too easy.
Mine's Archael's.
I mean, all of the serving staff was Vidrail. The gift baskets were Archael.
Yeah.
100%. He sat there and waved the flags first and was like, "She'll love this."
Yeah, it's like pirates. All right, pirates.
He's like, "Ship in a bottle." Oh my god.
He was like having a brainstorming session by himself, like just throwing little paper ideas at a wall. Yeah, that was absolutely.
He's like, "Is there a snow globe, but a ship shaped?" bottle.
Yeah. It's like they like rum and they like ships. And if I put them together...
It literally never occurred to him to just give you actual rum.
No. That's probably a good thing, because she'd have just drunk all of it.
I
Would
feel
have been
like
an interesting dinner.
It is possible I owe 2 of our PCs an apology for Arcale. I'm just not sorry.
Which two?
You fully corn god that.
Because if I'm not on that list, I
No,
want to.
I went flying past Corn God, and you know it. Yeah. I'll be honest, I've been sitting on this one for well over a year now.
Yeah, I mean, Thrommel was a clue, right?
Fuck this! I'm out of here.
Actually, I developed him before Thrommel, and I was like, so what would Thrommel be like? And initially, I was like, maybe he'd be like some evil, plotting, meticulous. I'm like, no. No, I think he'd just be a pleasant himbo who's never known any malice in his life.
He's a daddy's boy. Junko is taking after mum.
Mhm.
Dude, guys, imagine a parallel universe where Junko never got taken.
I don't wanna.
Initially, I had this hilarious idea where the Herald was going to be like carrying on about all of Arcale's titles and like, the voice of the gods, behold, the tongue, or the silver tongue that enchanted a blah, 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 like, and go on, and then I was just going to have an awkward sound and be like, hey. Didn't do
Sup,
that.
heroes?
Hey.
Yeah, I thought that might be, I don't know. I kind of wish I had, but also I'm happy with this. This was nice.
Hey.
I kept the hey.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen those particular expressions on Ava and Ash's faces before.
Not in this setting. No.
Like, there's disappointment, and then there's like 6 miles further down the road, whatever that was.
Drinking to forget.
Like, for some backstory, Junko has always been scared to go to Eminence and be the fallen that she is. And it doesn't matter. It never mattered.
He didn't even notice.
Didn't notice. Like, before she... Okay, a little player background for the character. Story-wise, Junko's hair was never black originally. That has come with her killing and murdering and falling deeper into a spiral.
I was hoping that would come up in game because my headcanon is that he's not naturally black haired either. He dyed it.
Yeah, well, Junko never dyed it.
That-
But
he's just-
What a fucking rebel!
He's just a dope and like, yeah.
I used
It's like,
to dye
it makes
my
me look
hair.
more edgy and more
You
powerful as a
know.
ruler.
I didn't even mention it, but you just know that
Turns more
under
gossip at the
those
kill.
royal robes, he's just wearing sweatpants.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say sweatpants. He has like some cause like sweatpants is more like gym bro. He's
Like-
himbo. So he has
I don't
like
even know. He's not
It-
nice enough to be a himbo. He's just an
He's like,
idiot.
no
he's like gives some surfer dude vibes, but like not quite that.
Surfer
And then he's
dude
kind of
vibes.
himbo, but not that. And like,
But,
I
like,
feel like Thrommel is
you-
a true himbo. He's like a half himbo.
Yeah, I feel like Argyle would have like the Hawaiian shirt and the
Yes!
shorts ready to go at all times. Just like
I
Party!
literally talked about commissioning artwork of him in like flip flops and a Hawaiian shirt.
and then just a halo wired up above his head.
Yep. The
It's
halo
like
that's
he's got a wire bit and then like an extra bit of wire that just goes up to a hovering halo.
Like-
Chad went. That's it. That's the one. He's not a himbo. He's a Chad.
Oh.
That's the one. That's Arcale.
Ugh. Never thought it you'd see Korra being like, "Fuck this! I have nothing doing anything to do with
Bowed.
Arcale."
You bowed to Argale.
wasn't there a character in Dragon Ball Z? I forgot his name because I didn't watch the show. The old man with the beard. I remember him having the Hawaiian shirt and
Yep.
shorts.
I could see
And
that.
like the
Same energy.
carefree personality.
That's Burial right now. Wherever he is, that's Burial.
Yeah,
'Cause
just
you know, the implications here is like, if this is Arcale,
That's
literally
Master
all
Roku,
of them have
or
been like
Roshi.
this.
so. How
Roshi.
did they
Yes.
convince Vidriel to form a contract of such degree?
Well, that might be some
Somebody was
history you want to look into
originally
because
Intelligent.
Ethic is a legendary figure. Like, he's the founder of this entire country.
Yeah.
Ethic was
If he
serious
was like
business.
this, then fuck that.
Well,
Dude,
he
I
did,
feel like
to be
Ethic
fair,
was
Ethic
like,
was I want closer to 1700 years ago.
Yeah.
yeah.
Vidriel's only been he's been bound since Ethic, but he said he's only been masquerading as the ruler for about
hate to
1,000
say
years.
But this is either dilution of a bloodline or inbreeding. Like they've
May
been
I
stuck on this
remind
island.
what a certain trickster once referred to Junko as?
The what?
Inbred. Some inbred faker, he called her.
Oh,
I feel
snap.
like it's become we are safe on the island, we do not leave the island, and over generations they've forgotten how to function in a real world.
I feel
Remember
like Junko
Loki
got
raging about like the lies, the royal family that shouldn't be in charge?
you know,
I'm
he's
not a bad guy. I'm just trying to promote a little truth. He had said something to that effect, like,
Yeah.
You almost want to be like, you know what, you're right.
"Hang on,
Except
can
you
we get Loki back for a sec? Can we just?"
Yeah. I feel like Junko is like
Maybe not
the,
now.
the
I'm already
fresh
there, buddy.
face. Like, I feel like her mom was like the new blood that they had to mix in to keep it fresh.
Well, and Junko is the first Azamar. Actually, Thrommel is also an Azamar. They're the first Azamar in this lineage since Ethic.
So who had to take one for the team?
Well, how coincidental that the Celestial Mother died when Korra was introduced, so that there can't be any more heirs with a Celestial bloodline.
Sorry.
He did say Loki probably killed her.
Yeah. I want to know how
I'll
Loki
ask him.
seduced Vidriel.
Right? I want to see
I want
that.
I want to know about that. That
You're gonna have to roll
maybe-
some fucking dice to get that story.
Ah,
'cause
that
Vidriel
Vidriel shut
ain't
up pretty
sounds
fucking
fast when you
fine.
mentioned Force.
I am pretty sure Puck is willing to tell that. And probably Brad.
That's probably
If
true.
I wasn't Korra, I would ask. But Ashley wants to know. Korra doesn't want to know those details.
I'm gonna say Puck's probably willing to put on a one-man musical to
now you-
demonstrate.
Now you almost have to wonder though, like, is he so wrong for wanting to change this? Whatever you'd call this?
Not for the want, for the way.
I like that phrasing, but fair. Well, anyway, I guess with that being said, that's going to be it for tonight's stream. Thank you all for watching. If you want to replay certain moments of this episode or see past episodes that you might have missed, you can find all that on our YouTube channel, as well as other past and present campaigns that may
Or
may
just
not
to
be
listen to the
starting-
Bardcore again.
Or that delightful Bardcore.
That was cool.
That was good shit. What else? Music today has been provided by... I was ready. Just wait. Shut up. You don't know anything.
Okay.
By
waiting.
Michael Galfi Studios and Tabletop RPG Music. We'll be live again next Sunday
Will
with
we?
more of this.
Hope so.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Bye.